Yo, welcome to the Biggest Bird podcast, formerly known as Bozo Behavior, but now we are the Biggest Birds. Don't know what you heard.
Talk to these niggas, man. Talk to these niggas, man. Like I'm feeling very avian today. You know what I mean? Like
Bigger than a cassowary or an
thi-
ostrich.
this is like when what was that bar where Drake had a bar where like niggas had to look up the car he mentioned? Like
Niggas don't know what a cassowary is. That's a dinosaur.
that's a deep cut when you talking about birds.
That's a deep. I want
It
everybody out
is.
there listening to look up a cassowary.
He said, "Oh, come on. We all knew about the Australia-Papuan region of large flightless birds, man. Come on.
Are these like a offshoot of emus? Because they look kind of like emus.
They're in the same group as kiwis. They're
That don't make
called
no fucking sense.
they're
Kiwis
called
are like an inch big.
Yeah, kiwis, rheas, ostriches, and emus. Yes, they're in the same group all together. Four of them.
How are kiwis in the same group as ostriches? They're like 6 foot tall and cassowaries and niggas in Australia lost a war to emus, but kiwis in the same family tree.
Well, they're the smallest living ratites. Okay,
The fuck
and
is a rat type?
it's the group that they RATIT.
That's a Pokemon.
It's a
That's a
group that they
Pokemon.
exist to. It's a they're poly. Oh wow, polyphyletic, which means that they are an assemblage of organisms of other evolved. What the
An
fuck are we talking?
assemblage of organ. All right.
It's a bunch of niggas they threw together. That's what it sounds like. I don't know.
Bunch of niggas. Basically, not the biggest bird.
Other groups are not the biggest fucking bird. In fact, the smallest bird, the direct opposite of the biggest bird. They have elephant birds. They're an extinct member of the ratite family.
Oh, I gotta look up elephant birds. I gotta
They
look
reached
that up.
weights of 1,600 pounds and stood 10 feet tall.
Hey, yo. God damn, look at this nigga's legs.
They were ten
Oh
feet.
my
That
god.
nigga legs is like 5 feet tall.
Oh my god. Nigga, oh my, his legs are like fucking, he can leg press like 7,000 pounds with those legs.
That boy will kick you from around the corner.
That nigga will kick your head clean off.
They
Like a
once lived
Mortal
on
Kombat fatality.
Madagascar. Yo, everything was on Madagascar. I ain't gonna hold you, yo. That's the cradle of civilization.
Not not Africa, huh? Madagascar? That's
Okay, guys,
Madagascar.
pop quiz. Which big ass continent is Madagascar off the coast of?
Australia.
It's Africa.
Man, this nigga cheated, yo.
That's what I was saying. If I say this is the cradle, like nigga, it's next to Africa.
I know, but you gotta say Africa, Africa.
Them
The
niggas
big one.
count too. Go
You
to
said
lunch in
they
the
count
African
too.
community. That bar,
Wait,
like I be thinking about that bar that little baby said every all day.
which one?
He'd be like, go to lunch in the Jewish community. Like he started a song with off with that.
What did he mean by that? He
he
just he
go,
went to lunch in the Jewish. Okay, all right.
yeah, he going to lunch with some Hasidic Jewish folks. I don't know.
He is the biggest bird. I mean, hey,
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what you heard. I'm the big. That nigga said, yeah, I'm about to just go to the Queens. What's actually Monse? I think is the name of the place in New York. It's a little hamlet that has a large community of Orthodox Jews. That's where little baby was going to lunch.
get it. Commendable. I respect that.
All right, man. So how we feeling, man? How we feeling, yeah? Besides
Feeling
like the
pretty
biggest bird,
good,
like,
man.
how we feeling?
Shit, feeling Croxel diff like.
Mm, mm-hmm,
Yeah, that's how we feeling.
mm.
Don't know what you heard.
Would you
But
believe
no,
me if I told you I tried to type in that word you just said?
you didn't succeed, did you?
I didn't. I can show you how I spelled it.
It's probably the same way I would spell it.
It's terrible the way I spelled it.
So croxeldific is a real word. I have no idea what it means. And I know that a version of that word is crossel-diff-like. I don't I don't know what none of that means. It's just a cool word. Every once in a while you just gotta get a cool word off.
I found crocodiliforms, and that's something entirely different. So just
Hello.
pretend that in. It's a reptiles of a certain crocodile order.
So like caimans and
Yeah, literally crocodiles, alligators, and some of the more extinct ones,
ooh, I love them extinct ones. Them
like
boys was
the
out there looking crazy.
Nodosuchia, which was a
Ooh,
it's like not pangolin? Is that what they call those things?
a pangolin. That's the thing
Oh,
that
I'm
started
sorry.
the pandemic, right?
I think so, something like that. Not that thing. They're like these things are strange. I can't think of the word, or not word,
Nigga,
the animal.
every animal that was created before humans was strange.
It was
That's not
insane.
saying
Yeah,
much.
yeah. No, I know. Like this boy look insane.
I
Boy
was just
got the
up there
armor too.
freestyling in the beginning.
But they're like terrestrial crocodiles, like land crocodiles, basically. Put it that way.
Ooh, land crocodiles. You know how terrifying that is? You could just be walking down the street and see a crocodile. You don't got to be by water or
I
nothing. You
think it
just
lives in the forest. Like,
nah, like I'm not with that. You know, that's not cool.
like, bro, like you can't, bro. It's a prank.
It's a croxel diff like creature pulls up on you and it's a prank.
Oh no, it's dead serious. One thing I do think is hilarious is like, yeah, I seen another one of them kangaroo videos where a dude was getting chased by a kangaroo. That shit had me crying because I'm just like, yo, like at some point or another, like it amazes me in all the videos I've seen of people like actually fist fighting or battling a kangaroo. They never kick. They never kick.
No, it's like kangaroos only kick each other.
Yeah, like it's just like they just know like he don't got the legs for that. I ain't worried about
I'm gonna give him the ones. We gonna box. We gonna box it out
it.
because
I'm
I
gonna give
know.
him the ones.
I'm looking at his legs right now. I know he don't got that
You
dog.
just
And
look at him like, bro, his shit straight. Like it don't even got like a spring in his leg that's
his
supposed to
shit not even really meant to kick. Honestly, like
this nigga crazy, bro. Don't worry about it. I got you, bro.
you, you got to give it up for kangaroos, man. I put mad respect on niggas that know they have an advantage and don't use that advantage. I
Yeah,
fuck
because he
with
want a
that.
fair one, yeah. He said he want
Niggas
a
just
fair one.
love to fight. I fuck
And
with
the
it.
funniest part is they don't even really be scrapping. They just like grab you and scratch the shit out of you and wrestle you. Like that's all they
Yeah,
do.
I don't like that. I don't want to get scratched. Have you seen the claws on a male
Oh yeah, no,
kangaroo?
listen, you're gonna get scratched. But like, nigga, do you remember that video of that dude who punched that kangaroo in the face and he was defending his dog? I don't know if people noticed that dog and the whole neck was showing.
What you mean, like his neck flesh, like his fur
Yeah,
was
like
missing?
yeah, the flesh was showing all on. Like he was had him in a headlock and the nigga shit was fleshed up. Like
I
look,
never noticed that. I
mhm.
only fucking saw he had the dog in the headlock, and then the dude pulled up and punched him.
Yeah, if
I
you
did
look
not
at
know
that
the kangaroo
video,
had him like that.
if you find that video again, look at the dog before the dude pulls up. That dog was getting cooked.
Oh man, I don't
You know
like
what I
that.
mean? So that's why old boy ran out there. Hey, hey, you come here, son of a bitch. You come here.
You know, I would rather get kicked than get fucking speared by raptor talons.
Yeah,
Excuse the fuck out of me.
Kangaroo said, "Oh, you're approaching me." He said, "Oh, you're approaching me."
Let me get this jagged rabies claw with fucking Ebola on it stuck in your arm real
Not the
quick.
jagged rabies claw. Oh man, we almost we thought that could be one.
Jagged rabies claw.
That could be one. Oh man. But yeah, we definitely got off on a tangent. Did you finish telling how you was, how you was feeling, how you vibing?
Oh man, I'm
How you holding
chilling,
up?
man. It's the holidays and I want to say most of my roommates went out of town, so I pretty much got the house to myself.
Oh yeah, yo, you going crazy. Oh, you boy beating off on the couch in the living room, man.
Wasn't wasn't quite my first thought.
It was the second one. I hear you, yeah.
I was more so just thinking I could go in the kitchen and cook whenever I want to without having to worry about somebody already being in there. But I mean, jacking off is fun too.
Checking on is fun too, yo, man. I hate when niggas try to change for the pie, yo. I hate when niggas
Yeah,
try to
because
switch up.
we always talking about jacking off, and right in
Nah, it
private.
just be you though.
Oh, it just be me.
He
Okay.
said you be talking to us. We be like, bro, come on, chill with that.
Talk about niggas switching up.
Nah, but honestly, like having a house to yourself is one of those things that like that shit don't get talked about enough. Like when you live with people regularly and you got the crib here, not for like, not the 2 hour one or the 4 hour one.
for
You
a
know what I
couple
mean?
of
Where like
days.
I'm talking like, like, listen, dog, I could act up at 4 p.m., not clean it up until midnight, and I ain't even worried because nobody's around for this.
You just gonna have porn on the TV in the living room at full
You gonna have
blast,
it
and I don't
paused.
gotta
You
worry
gonna have
about
it paused on
pause.
the TV.
Just all day, I would just walk by like, yep, it's still up there. Nobody gonna see it either. It's crazy.
That shit so funny. Your man's come home, you like 12 minutes into a vid. It's just paused. Like, why you pause there? She was going crazy. I had to chill out real quick. I was like, nah, if I know right now I'm gonna fall asleep, so I'm gonna get up, cook, come back to this.
Why you pause it here? Well, I just like to have an ability to do that. Nobody was here, so I wasn't even jacking it for real. I just had this shit on just because I could.
he was just looking like, yo,
Nobody gonna stop me?
I hate the world building they doing these.
But how does she keep getting stuck in the dryer? I don't get it.
Hey, where that's one of those. You're just like, I just don't. Why does your sister always need help with her homework?
Bitch, you in
You not
school
that
too,
bright.
man.
You don't seem like
Yeah.
you that bright. Why would she go to you? There ain't no tutors where you live.
No.
He said, "Oh, there's tutors. You want to see the tutor? Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. Sorry I asked." But nah, that should be like the best. Cause like you said, it don't even be like no weird, wild, silly shit. It just be shit like I gotta take a piss and just knowing I can walk with my drawers to the bathroom. Like
Yeah.
it
That's
just
my
be
favorite one.
ordinary stuff. Like in the middle of the night, like, wait, I don't gotta put no shorts on. I'm bugging. What you talking about?
That's why I need a master bedroom. Well, I mean, if I get my own apartment, it won't matter. But
Oh,
if I'm gonna be
like a
staying with
house to
people, I
sleep.
need a master
Yeah.
bedroom so I don't gotta worry about. Because I sleep naked. I don't like
Mhm.
wearing clothes while I sleep. It makes me feel weird. So like, waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom is a whole ordeal. I gotta fucking put on a shirt, put
Oh
on
yeah, no, I know.
pants.
I know. I sleep naked as
It's not
well.
it.
I try to tell people, I'm like, listen, bro. If you have the opportunity or the option, you should sleep naked
Yeah,
because there's
because
no reason your body should be confined. Like I just think about like wearing drawers. Like your drawers be relatively tight. I'm not saying they super tight, but they tight enough to stick to your body. You know what I mean? Because they have to. Like otherwise, they would just sag. Like you nigga, you can't get a belt for your drawers would be insane. But like
that's fucking hilarious to think about.
you got a belt for your drawers. Yo, they need to get that to the plumbers first.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so it's like it's one of those things where like, dog, like your shit is confined and it's just rubbing up against fabric all day. So think about it. Let's say you working hard all day. You know what I'm saying? All that sweat, everything is just caught in your drawers and it's rubbing up against your skin the whole day. And it's like, bro, free yourself. Like, if you sleep with drawers on every night of your like, first off, people who sleep with pajamas on are clinically insane.
Yeah, no,
Those are the most
literally not.
terrifying people
Yeah,
I've ever seen in my life, dog.
serial killers.
Like, let me guess, you make up your bed before you leave too, don't you? He said,
I can't believe there's actually people out there that like. First off, no, fuck the people. I can't believe that there's a genre of clothes specifically for
yeah.
sleeping.
Companies have catered to these insane
Bro,
folks.
who makes pajama? Like, come on, son. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I should have glad as hell. But yeah, now first off, making pajama clothes is insane. Like, I mean, brother, I can just sleep in the body God gave me. But yeah, no, like, but yeah, so it's having a house like when you had a house to yourself, like the whole sleeping naked and then transitioning from I gotta go pee, I gotta do that. Yeah, that shit is the best. Sometimes I ain't gonna hold you. The silence, like it can go either way. Cause sometimes that silence, I'll be like, damn, it really ain't nobody in here. But then it's other
Yeah,
times where like that silence, I'm just like, wait, you hear that? Yeah. I know you didn't, cause it wasn't nothing to hear.
I just can't stand hearing people walking around. Like some niggas be stepping mad loud. Just the big steppers, niggas high stepping. Just don't, don't.
What was those boots that Link had in one of them games? They was like metal boots or something. You know what I'm talking about, right? The iron
Yeah,
boots.
yeah.
It was from one of the New Zealanders, I think, where he had one of them strong ass boots. Them shit had him weighed him down and shit. It'd be them boots. Like I'm like, bro, how y'all like you said, big stepper, yo? Like how big you got? You got the Sora's shoes on, nigga. What are you doing? Like,
got Doc Martens on all the time.
I'm trying to think what else. What are some of the other joys of having a crib to yourself?
Being able to
Oh,
go to the bathroom when you want to, not having to wait on anybody.
that too.
Well, I
That
mean,
too.
we got 3 bathrooms, so I usually never, not usually, I literally never have to wait on a bathroom. But sometimes when I want to do laundry, but it's already somebody's laundry in the thing, that pisses
Mm.
me off. That's mad. No, I want to be able to do laundry. My main gripes with living with people are just not being able to do laundry when I want to, not being able to cook when I want to.
Yeah,
That's
it
the only
literally
real
my main
issues I
gripes
have.
are just like not being able to just get up and do some shit without having to like see whether it fits with someone else's schedule. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, bro, I want to see if this fits with y'all's schedule or not, nigga. Like, I'm trying to get up. I want to cook meal. When I come in the
Neo.
kitchen and I come in the kitchen, here you go, marinating, son.
Yeah. That'd be another thing. I don't like sharing the same space with people. So like even if you're not cooking,
hmm
I don't want you in the kitchen marinating while I'm cooking. I want the kitchen to myself. I want to watch my little true scary stories of niggas getting murdered while
Yeah,
I'm
I know what you mean.
making some chicken.
I know exactly what you
I'm
mean.
not trying to be here talking. I'm in here to make food for sustenance to live.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. Like, I hate like you said, we be in the kitchen sometimes, and like I'll be in the kitchen with somebody, and it's just like not everybody got kitchen etiquette. First off, like, and I don't mean etiquette like cleaning up after yourself. I mean etiquette like when there's more than one of y'all in the kitchen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't know how to move, so like they'll get in the way. They like if I'm in the kitchen, I know someone else is in the kitchen. I'm like hyper aware of if I'm in their way or like what their plans are. Like, so like my
yeah,
thing is if I'm in
exactly.
the kitchen and you are marinating something, right? And you just started marinating something. And I've been in the kitchen. I already know, like, all right, if you got to marinate, you probably need the sauce. You need this bowl. You need this. So I'm thinking of your past already before you go there. So when you start moving, and I see you, and it look like you moving towards where the bowls is at. I'm gonna slide out your way before you even get here. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you get some people who like every time, excuse me, like, yo, I can get through here real quick. Oh, my fault, yo. You can, and it's like we bumping into each other, we doing all
Yeah,
this, and it's
come
just
on,
like, bro,
man.
like y'all know I'm in here, and you know what I'm doing. I'm standing in front of the stove, cooking something, and I
Like
went from the
no
stove.
synergy, bro. It's like we not a
Yeah,
team or
exactly,
something.
yeah, exactly. It's like, and I'm going from the stove to the fridge, and that's it. How are you in my way every time? Like the path is clear. You know where I'm going. Like, so it's just like as soon as you see me peel off from the stove, and it look like I'm going in that direction, bro, just bad back real quick, because that's what I'm gonna do for you. Because again, like you said, like I don't mind when someone else is in the kitchen with me, but it's got to be that. Like, it's got to be like a scenario of we got that synergy where it's like, all right, look, we not in each other's way. We not, but we can do that once, maybe twice. But after like, if we doing this a lot, like it just keeps being us. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my fault. Oh, shit, my bad. I can get around you real quick. Yo, I could like, bro, I don't want to do this no more. I don't
Yeah,
want
I'm
to do
gonna
this, yo.
grab one of these knives in here and take care of this problem for both of us.
He said, grab it now. He say, excuse me one more time. Say, excuse me one more time. Handshake it. Say, excuse me one more time.
I also, when I'm cooking, I'm like I said, I'm watching a podcast or watching somebody narrate some shit on YouTube or I'm listening to music. I'm not trying to have a conversation.
Got
Like
to.
don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'll murder you.
Yeah, that, and I hate because like I hate like I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me. I be feeling a little self-conscious about whatever I'm watching when motherfuckers come around. Like if I'm watching something on full blast, like a TV show or like YouTube or something, and somebody come in the kitchen, you just sitting in the kitchen. Now I feel like I gotta turn my shit down. You know what I mean? I feel like I gotta possibly turn it entirely depending on what it is, because I can't really focus on it because you here. And it's
Yeah.
just like, yo, let me get my shit off, yo.
Yeah. I also be watching some extremely wild shit on YouTube. Like I'll be watching shit about lol cows.
Oh
Just
yeah,
cause
you do it.
it's funny what these people got going on. And I know that average person is not gonna understand when they walk in and hear niggas talking about fucking. I don't know. I can't go into details on the pod because they be on some wild shit. But
He's like,
yeah,
yeah, y'all don't know about the tragic story of Jesse Slaughter? He'd be like, bro, please. You know.
y'all don't know who Cyrax and Chris Chan is.
He said, oh man, y'all don't know about King Cobra? Uh,
I was just watching a video of King Cobra earlier today. I literally just when I'm at work, I'll just fucking watch documentaries on these people. Like people study these people online and will post like 30-minute video essays on these locales, and
I literally just
I
typed
be
up
watching them.
locale, and I'm just like 24 minutes, 50 minutes, 42 minutes, 50 minutes.
Oh yeah. These niggas be doing so much shit that you can make like fucking thesis statements on these people. The
You
shit
can
that they be
follow
doing.
niggas from his inception all the way through.
Literally.
What else? What else? What's the other part? Having the house to yourself. That's really tough. I remember when I used to be younger. It was definitely like, shoot, getting time to get your shit off and knowing you was good. Like that shit was golden when I was like 16, nigga. Like what? Like I was 16 and I knew nobody was gonna be coming home for 2-3 days, bro. What? Yo, the net you get that night, it don't compare to nothing.
I don't really gotta worry about that anyway, because I mean, I'm in my room. Nobody's gonna knock on my door. If they
They be
do,
in the room.
they gonna
Ha
knock.
ha ha. Like,
You mean just getting loud with it, not
yeah, I
just.
mean, I'm talking about like
Oh,
getting
okay.
freeing yourself, release your inhibition, feel
Oh
the rain
yeah.
on your skin.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what
Go
you mean
crazy,
now.
nigga.
Yeah. Oh hell
Hey,
yeah. I know
release your
exactly what you mean.
inhibitions, yo. Fuck you mean, yo?
I know exactly what you're talking about
No
now.
one
But
else
yeah,
can feel it for you, bro.
that's true. No one else can. Damn.
It's so close you can almost taste it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. What we
Oh man.
tasting now?
The taste of defeat.
Okay.
But shit, yeah. I mean, nah, but like, yeah, nah, having a house to yourself, like, especially because don't get me wrong, in this day and age, I mean, I feel like less and less people get that luxury. You know, one because of the housing situation, two because of niggas' financial situations.
Yeah.
So it's not very often like you just got a crib to yourself because in order to get a crib to yourself, either you can A afford a crib by yourself, which that's probably out the picture, or B, the niggas who live with you can afford to go somewhere else, which that's probably the issue.
All kind of different defeats the purpose.
Yeah, right. Or like, no, I mean, like, say they on vacation or something. Like, well, nigga, if I could afford a $2,000 vacation
I can
regularly,
afford my own place.
I might be able to move out this bitch. Like, um,
It's
but yeah,
crazy. I
man.
feel like I've been going backwards in life because I had my own place. Actually, I had two of my own places, once in Georgia and once in Virginia. But um, that's when I was in Georgia and Virginia, so it was cheaper. I was paying like 600 a month for
Hmm.
my own place. I live in DC now. The cost of living here is almost as high as fucking California or New York.
Oh yeah, because
Right now,
it's a
I'm
city,
paying
baby.
$1,000 a month for a bedroom, not a whole place, just a bedroom with five other people.
That's actually insane.
For $1,000 a month for a room.
That's
Um,
actually insane.
but where I was before this, when I was living in Maryland, I had a 1,900 a month loft, but it was three bedrooms, two bathrooms. So the
Hmm.
price was worth it. But when I moved into the city, man, that same loft I was paying 1,900
Oh
for,
yeah, that's probably
he
like
would be
four
like,
bands.
yeah, I was about to say 3,600.
Yeah, I can see that. That's light, especially like as you say a city. Like it's they're gonna cook your shit whenever you talk about you went because people I know a lot of people were like that like they're like I came from Georgia and it's not like they came from Atlanta where like yeah the prices in Atlanta ain't that cheap either. You get what I'm saying? Like so like you would
Yeah,
already be sort of used to this type of bag. Niggas came from like some
the sticks. They
random
came from
yeah
Athens, Georgia.
yeah the sticks in Georgia. It's like brother
Came from
you
Macon.
yeah, I was gonna say Macon too. That's the funniest part. Like, where are you from? Brunswick, Georgia. You're like, okay, buddy. Listen, I'm here to tell you right now.
You're not gonna find them prices anywhere but
you're
Brunswick,
gonna
Georgia.
doodle yourself when you see what they got here, brother.
Nigga got Idaho prices.
Yeah, I remember I looked one day. I think it was like Wyoming or some shit. I looked there and they had some silly shit up there for silly prices, and I was just like, damn, y'all begging a nigga to move out here.
But I'm not going
Hey, look, I could. I won't, but I could.
under no circumstances.
I
No.
definitely could, but I won't. I'm
What the
looking at
fuck
it
I'm
right
gonna do
now.
in Wyoming?
Shit, the same thing I do here. I don't go nowhere. I don't even leave the house. As long as the school district, well, it is Wyoming. Never mind. Somebody, as long as the school district,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking now, nigga. They got $85,000 houses. This shit got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,500 square feet for
insanity.
for
85,000.
$86,000. This is despicable.
Nigga, you can own that house in like 10 years, if that. Especially if you put a good amount down. You put like 30,000
Used to
down.
own that house in 10 years, bro. I fuck around, take the first time homeowner loan, and just own it outright.
What's
You'll
the,
own it immediately.
what's a first time homeowner loan?
It's the FHA loans, like the first time. Oh yeah, you gotta look into those. You want to get it. You obviously you never used it. You wouldn't know what it is, but
Yeah,
yeah, like it's like so. The military has FHA loans, like first time homeowner loans. I think it's like 100,000, like up to 100,000, something like that, where they just give you that bread and like you be Gucci. But like the FHA loans are like government backed loans that basically allow you to buy a home with like looser requirements.
right.
So pretty much it's typically for people who have some sort of debt or like niggas who just ain't in the best position. But they get a lot of low down payment options and they got lower like minimum credit scores and shit like that. But you'll have to pay like insurance and some of those other things. But it just makes it easier for like folks to get houses. You know what I mean? Long story short, and
Yeah.
I think they have them all over. It's like it's federal. It's federal. So every state has their own division or version of it. But there's also the federal one you can go to, and like the
Pretty
requirements
cool.
change. Depend. They have limits. Depend. Like you can only get a house that's worth so much. Like you can't buy a fucking mansion with a
Obviously, yeah.
with the FHA loan. Like it's just like they're like, all right, bro, come on. Like, and then they check the houses too. Like they'll come and look at the house and like say like,
Oh
oh,
damn.
okay, nah, this house is not up to our standards or it's not this. So it's like you're not getting screwed. You're getting a decent house for it.
Oh, that's pretty
Look at
cool.
this shit. A house in Wyoming, $96,000. Look at this shit. Okay, this house is cooked though. Holy shit. I see why this one's 96,000.
Since I've been building my credit, I've been thinking about looking into a house because my credit
Mm-hmm.
score is up to 675 now. So
Mm-hmm.
that's not
Where would
necessarily
you get a house in
good.
DC?
No, it would probably be Maryland or Virginia. I'm not getting a house in DC.
Sure, that's true. Yeah. Hey, well, shit. Look, I mean, I wouldn't mind moving in that direction. So, I mean, if you really serious, nigga, we could link up.
Yeah, I'm definitely with it because like I don't mind having roommates. It's just got to be niggas
Yeah, I
that
mean, it's
I'm
me,
cool with.
so it's
Yeah,
different. Like,
exactly.
it's different. He
Yeah,
said,
like
"Damn, I hate the real me."
the nigga I was living with before when I had the loft that was 1900. He was a nigga that I worked with for like 6 years, so like I knew him.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Now the place I'm staying at now is I don't know any of these people. Like
yeah. You just here because nigga, this worked for all of us.
yeah, literally that's what I don't know how it is other places. I'm assuming it's the same everywhere because the housing is shit everywhere. But
Hmm.
in DC, you just link up with random people. You just talk to the landlord. You rent the room, and then other people move in. You don't know people. You don't talk to
Hmm.
them beforehand. It's just
Yeah.
that's just how
You
it
just,
is.
hey, what's going on? What's your? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, what's your name? Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
I,
cool, cool,
I
cool.
see niggas so infrequently. Sometimes I don't even remember their names.
I'm
Like
screaming. He said, "Oh, yeah, dude upstairs. What's up with you, boy?
yeah, literally dude upstairs.
What's up with you, dude upstairs?"
Like I'll see packages on the steps, and I'm like, I don't know if this person lives here, but it was delivered here.
Like
So
Patrick, you're like, is that
Patrick, I don't
Patrick?
remember a Patrick.
I don't remember Pat. Do I remember Pat? No, I don't remember Pat neither. Uh, I don't know. Patty? No, that don't sound right.
What makes it even more confusing is the house we live in is a duplex, but it's like a top bottom duplex, not a side duplex. So we s- we're both 502, but
No.
packages for downstairs will still get left on our shit. So like
Okay, so
I 1000% don't know the niggas that live downstairs at all. I don't know. I've maybe
how
met
many
them
of them
once.
is it down there?
I think it's only two. They definitely don't have as many bedrooms as we do.
Okay. So like they probably had the downstairs first and then built the upstairs, or was it backwards? Or not backwards, but
More than likely, it was a whole house, and they separated the basement from the upstairs so they can rent it separately
hmm
and get more money.
okay, yeah.
That's what they do a lot here. Like a lot of places will rent. upstairs and downstairs separately, even though they're
Yeah,
connected. But they'll
yeah,
like
I've seen that.
have a lock for the front door. I mean, for the
Yeah, or like a back door for like the downstairs, and then
yeah,
side door for the upstairs or some shit. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I never was a fan of that like housing configuration. Like I'm like, bro, I don't like the concept of like, because I've lived in a duplex, like a side by side duplex. Wasn't a big fan of it, because we had neighbors and you could hear everything going on in the crib, and they
Yeah,
like to argue, they like to play music, and the crazy thing is we like to play music, and we didn't argue that much, but we like to play music. But it's like you can hear everything,
yep.
and that I'm just not a fan of that. Like I'm good off of that. Like so I'm like when I'm looking at apartments now and shit like that, I'm like, bro, I don't want to look at nothing that is
Connected
you
to
living with me, nigga. Like cut it
yeah.
out. Like cut it out. I don't want you living upstairs, living downstairs. I don't want you living next door. None of that shit. It should be me in here, me and my people. Like if it's me and my roommate, then it's me and my roommate. It's me and my two roommates, then it's that. I don't want nobody else in here but the people in here.
No, nigga, you got an extra 3 roommates upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. On top of the extra niggas that's already in your fucking house. Like, nah, I'm all right. I'm all right.
I
But yeah,
barely even
nah.
see the niggas downstairs though, so I don't got no beef.
But it is insane though, because like even at my job, like when I was doing my job, like we do like the reentry shit. So like we do a lot of the reentry work for like Delaware, and like when we were interviewing like service about nigga housing is the like when I tell you out of the 20 something interviews we've done, that shit got mentioned every single time. Every single time. Like without it, like
Oh
it got
yeah,
to
I
a point
believe
to
it.
where we were just like, all right, besides housing, is there anything that, and then they would just laugh, like, oh, besides that? Okay,
I see. Yeah,
I mean, that's the big one, but besides that one, I mean, I would have to think because I ain't even really thinking about shit besides housing. Like that was always the one, and that's anywhere. It don't matter where you go. This is Delaware, and they were saying straight up, like, bro, you got people who they went into prison say 4 years ago in 2018. They come out in 2022, not realizing houses have gone up 30% in just 3 years.
fucking insane.
In just 3 years, you know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, a $1,000 crib can easily beat you over the head for like 1,500 now. To the point to where like that I forgot what Delaware's minimum wage is. Like, actually, let me look it up right now. But like they talk about the minimum wage in the state, and the minimum wage is 10.50. Like Brody, it's gonna be $15 by 2025. But nigga, the housing market is gonna be
It's gonna
worse
be
by
up
2025.
70% by 2025.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where I'm like, bro, 10.50, 40 hours a week. You figure that's what, like that's literally like I forgot the actual math. That's over 400 a week, right? But then you figure like after taxes, Delaware doesn't have taxes.
Delaware don't have taxes.
They don't have income tax,
Income
right?
tax. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do they?
Oh, you
Graduated
gonna
state
come up
individual income tax with rates ranging from 2 to 6%. I mean, come on,
2 to
six
six
percent for
percent.
your income tax, brother. That's not even real tax then. At that point,
Yeah, no. What the fuck?
that's not even tax. Yeah. No, that's insane. It said state vapor products. Boy, I don't want this gross receipt taxes. Yeah, Delaware has gross receipt taxes, so you pay taxes on everything you buy. Which, I guess it's the trade off.
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes sense. That's everywhere though.
Yeah, well, it's not everywhere. I'm looking. A lot of states don't have gross receipts tax.
Really? That's
New
interesting.
Jersey doesn't have one. New York doesn't have one. PA doesn't have one. Delaware has one. Ohio has one. Tennessee has one. Texas has one. It's not that many. It's like 8 states, literally.
I thought that was the. Oh wow. Okay.
This is as of 2022, January 2022. Yeah, so it's only like 8 states not even one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 states. Yeah, they have a gross
Very interesting.
receipts tax. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, we don't pay tax on every like purchase. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have that. Like, we don't. Because I know that we don't have that. But I remember that being the trade off. But like to me, I'm like, that's a trade off I'll take any day of the week.
Everywhere that I've lived has put taxes on, shit that you buy. I
Well, I
thought that was
think
just the norm.
I don't know fully how the gross receipts tax work because, like you said, Jersey does put taxes on the shit you buy. So
Yeah.
I don't fully understand how a gross receipts tax work. I'm not fully understanding of it. Like I know there's a difference between what we're paying in tax for, an item versus what niggas in these 7 states would pay. I know there's a difference. I just don't know what that difference is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man. I mean, shit. Like housing is insane. Like it's just one of those things that's just like nuts. Like niggas are having a tough fucking time, and it's understandable because I mean, again, I looked even in Jersey. Like you can pick the worst, most podunk. It don't matter what town you are in Jersey. Like everything, like at minimum, the houses have gone up 30% since the pandemic began. Like in 2 years, at well, three at this point, but at minimum 30%. So it's like there's some places depending on like it could be Trenton, or it could be like Jersey City, or it could be one of those, like it could go up 50, 60. It could have doubled in price. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But like at minimum, it's like 30. Like you look at any house on Zillow and you track what was it worth in 2019? What is it worth now? It's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I see. So just owning a home from now between then was just like you made money just literally having the house.
literally. I think Zillow got in trouble for doing that at one point, didn't they?
Yeah, they were
Weren't
like
they like
buying up
buying
houses or
up
something
all
like
the
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
something like
holding them and not selling them because they're
yeah. And
hoping the
that's not
value will go
shocking.
up?
It's not shocking at all. Like I'm looking at a house now. In 2020, it was 310,000. Now it's 390,000, which is still not as big as a leap as it could be, especially for Jersey. But like, I mean, you made 80,000 in 3 years, and you probably didn't. That probably pays for everything you put in.
Yeah. It's just amazing to me how a pandemic where niggas are losing their jobs and don't have money, pricing and everything goes up somehow. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Like, it makes no ethical and moral sense, but it makes all the market sense in the world. At this point, think about it. In a normal economy, right, or a normal time, let's say there's 10,000 niggas looking for houses. Well, due to pandemic, it's 22,000 of y'all looking for houses. I'm jacking the rate up because I know someone got it.
And then, like
I
you said, it's ethically, this is the most fucking dishonorable shit I can
Oh yeah,
imagine.
yeah, 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 without a doubt.
It's 22,000 you niggas homeless? Bet. Raising
Damn.
the price, y'all gonna
Which
stay
one of
homeless.
y'all got it though?
Yeah, I know one of y'all got it.
I
I'm
know
gonna
one
get
of
it
y'all
about
got it.
me.
And if none of y'all got it, then somebody else will have it. Like
Somebody
somebody
else
has
that's not homeless that's looking for another home is
it.
gonna have it.
Yeah, listen, I'm leaving here with something. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something.
I'm leaving here with something.
But yeah, no, I definitely been looking into houses because I mean, I was just between like home ownership and insurance. Like, I really was thinking, like, bro, that's really it. Like I even look at my housing situation where I live currently, like the house we live in, and I'm just thinking, like, dog, like these niggas play this shit terribly. Had they
Yeah,
played this shit right, bro, this would have been like just a cash cow for whoever inherited it. But that's not what it is. So it's just like it is what it is. But that's just one of those things where I'm just like, damn, like I just see so clearly like how you could pass on that wealth if you move right, and how it's like an instant infusion for niggas. Like it's like somebody who has nothing can come into this, inherit the house, sell the house just off top, and make $100,000.
yeah.
It make 150. So even if you extract all the wealth from the house right then and there and you sell it, you still got 150 to figure out what you're gonna do and create the legacy and da 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 and all that. Then you combine that with like a life insurance policy or something, like nigga, you just got a quarter million for nothing. For existing, nigga. Like you got a quarter million for literally just being your daddy's son. Like that's it. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. And this isn't even like being rich. You get what I mean? Like this ain't like you rich to do this. You bro, people
This is
own
just
homes and have
yeah,
life insurance. Like you don't have to be rich to do that. Like
literally.
you do not,
It's
you
fucked
can
up to
do
say,
that in
but
middle class.
one death in the family could change everything.
Yeah, I listen, I told because like I've been trying to get my mom on life insurance. I've been telling her straight up, like, listen,
You don't have life insurance?
no, she don't have it right now. And that's what I'm saying. Like I've been fighting
Man,
tooth
that's
and nail. Like, and
crazy.
she's with it. Like, so it's not like I gotta like do that battle. It's just a matter of finding
Does
the
she
right
have to do it
spot.
separately, or does her job offer it and she just don't have it?
Well, she her job doesn't offer it. Because she
Ah, okay.
works
Yeah.
for the town, but it's in like a part-time capacity. So it's
I
not
can
like
I can see why some people don't have life insurance because my job offers it. So
mine
well,
too.
obviously I got it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get it.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
at my age, I'm 28.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
Like,
thinking about dying no time
yeah,
soon.
I'm
So
not
I'm not
like
gonna.
once I hit like a 40 or something, I'm like, all right, y'all got 20-year terms? Y'all got 30-year terms? All right, let me see what
Yeah,
those is hitting for. Like, but yeah, at this age, yeah, I got life insurance through my job. I
I got
have
like the most minimum package. I think it's
I
like
got
a
like 50
25,000
bands.
payoff.
I
My shit
got
is
like
like 25, I think.
mine's is 50, but it's like $7 a pay period. like every 2 weeks. I'm like, dog, okay, $14 a month, you can have this. Like,
Yeah.
like you can have it. Like, bro, I do not care. That means if I pass away, my niggas is good. 50 bands, and they can even if that's split between 3 people.
Yeah.
That's 15,000 each, 16,000 each, bro. Figure it out. That's good bread for y'all. Like, but yeah, nah, I've been trying to get that with my mom because I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, first off, I think it's despicable that if a parent dies, like, we gotta pay for that. That's insane to me. Like, that should never happen. That should never happen in my like. There's no world where we live in where I gotta come out my pocket to pay to bury you. That should never happen. That should never happen. Like
Not even
that
just
and
that. Paying the barrier is one thing, but then to also creditors are gonna come after you, like
right,
you owe
right,
them.
right, 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 right.
Now,
Shit like
legally,
that
you
too.
don't have to pay, but they gonna be hounding you, and
Yeah,
it's gonna
right,
drive
right.
you insane.
Yeah. Now with shit like that, I mean, again, like you said, legally I don't gotta pay it, so I ain't accounting for that, nigga. That bread ain't for that. Don't pay them niggas. But
When
it's
my
just
mom
like, yeah,
died, fucking Chase was calling me like daily. I'm like, yo, I just buried my mom. Why are y'all calling me?
and it's just like,
I wasn't
oh,
even grown. I was 17,
yeah, and
and
then
they
that's
were
what,
calling me.
and they,
You think
oh,
I
I'm
got the
so
money for
sorry
this?
for your loss. Da da da. So like, you like so to be clear, you not jacking that or like what would you not like, bro? I'm 7, like you said, I'm 17, bro. Like,
I don't
what do
even
you
know
think
if I'm gonna be alive tomorrow. I'm so
what do
depressed.
you
I
think you
what do you
finna
think?
get from me?
Yeah. Well, we know she left you some money. Yep, she did. And that's for
She
me.
sure
She sure
did.
the fuck did.
She sure did. You want to see it? You want to see it?
I can show you the check.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. I'll send you a pic. Hold on, I got you. I got you. Let me send you a pic. Like, bro, I'm not. You're not getting shit. You're not getting nothing from me. So but that's to me, it's just one of those things where it's just like, dog. Like, I feel like as a parent, you owe that to your kids. Like, you owe that to because, like I said, it's not like you have to be like you don't have to have everything together to have that. You don't have to have most of your shit together to have that. All it needs is you sit down once or two, 3 times. Y'all figure this out. Y'all iron out the details. Y'all get this plan set. I even told my mom, listen, I will pay half of your plan because I'm getting paid back when you pass anyway.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I pay half of your plan? I will get the largest amount the motherfuckers offer, and I will pay half of it. Because my whole thing is that when you pass away, brother, I'm gonna be distraught. So it's like there's no world where I want to live in where you pass and I gotta then take money out my 401k to bury you. That's
Yeah.
insanity to me.
Nice. Yeah.
That's in fucking sanity to me. I never want to live in that world. Like, so it's just like, nah.
401k is supposed to be for my retirement, but I gotta
Yeah. So it's like,
spend it.
no, 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 no. Let's get you that $100,000 thing. So when you pass, split between 3 folks, that's 33 bands each. You know what I'm saying? Everybody chip in their little 5, 10 here to get you buried or whatever it may be. And we do what we got to do with the rest. Like, I'm never gonna sit up here. Like, and I told my mom, like, because some people parents, like, it's it's just too difficult for them to really get into this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's just they're like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to think about me dying, brother. You're 67. You finna
You
fucking
start
die
thinking
soon.
about-
You finna fucking die soon,
I
nigga.
don't know
Stop
what to tell
playing.
you, bro. It's coming.
It's
Even if you
the
don't
Mr.
want it.
Krabs shit. How do we tell him? How do we tell him, brother?
67 and you black due to
Yeah,
hypertension and high cholesterol. You lucky
yeah,
you not already in the
yeah,
ground.
brother. You got about 6 good months and 5 bad years left.
Oh
Like,
God, don't say that. That's
if,
negative as hell.
if we gonna keep it up,
6 good months and
and
5
5
bad
bad years
years.
left, bro. If we gonna keep it a buck, that's what you got left.
That's
Let's get
dark.
this ball rolling straight up. Cause like, dog, what you gonna make it to 80? You gonna make it? Like, come on, like, and especially depending on how you live, how you been like moving. It's like, bro, you think you gonna make it? Like, okay. Look at what the average expectancy is for y'all. Like, come
Now
on, dog.
it is possible for niggas to make it to 80 because my godmother's mom just made it to 100. That's why I went to Georgia in November to go celebrate her 100th birthday. But the
Mm-hmm.
way most of you people live, ain't no way on God's green earth in
Yeah,
heaven or hell are you making it to 80. I know I'm not making it to 80. I'll probably make it to 60, maybe.
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 Yeah, so at
And
40,
that's
that
by
20-year
choice.
term look good. That's by
Yeah.
choice. He said, bro, at 60, I'm clocking out. It's that
I don't
simple.
want. Listen, man. I didn't want to be here before, but the way
Yo,
the
y'all
world
got it.
looking now,
Y'all
yeah, nah,
got it, right?
y'all gotta have it because I'm not gonna have it.
Y'all gotta have it.
Listen,
It's
man, y'all
so
get this
funny.
shit straightened out, bro. For
Yo,
real.
y'all simply must have it because I won't. But
It's
yeah,
up to the
nah.
next generation.
But yeah, no, that should just be killing me. I'm just like, yeah, man, like, cause like to me, that's my whole thing. I'm just like I at some point I want to talk to my pops about it, but I know he one of them niggas. Like he give me the feeling that I get the feeling from him like he was just like, damn. So like, what? You trying to come up off my death? Yes,
I hate people like that, bro. Like
yes.
you're
No,
not
no,
even
no.
here. What do it
Yes,
matter?
yes. Is that what you wanted? Yes, nigga. What are you talking about,
Help a
bro?
nigga out. You ain't been in my life most of the
Yeah,
time
bro,
anyway.
regardless of how fractured our relationship is, it's gonna fuck me up when either of y'all pass. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, yes, I want to
We
get paid
got
for that. Yes. What are you talking
we
about?
got different relationships with our fathers. I would not feel anything if my dad died.
No, right, but even then, nigga, pay me. You
Oh
ought to
yeah,
pay
yeah.
me. Like
Oh yeah.
either, like it don't matter what. That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't matter what the relationship was. If you was there as a very attentive father and all of that, shit, I feel like you would want to pay me when you die because that
Yeah,
means
you want me taken care of, right?
I leaned on you so much. When you pass, I'm gonna miss so much from you. So yeah, I would hope you would want to pay me. And if you wasn't there at all, I would hope you want to pay me too. Because like, damn, I was never there for you, but at least I passed and left you 45. At least I
You would
passed and
think
left you 50,000.
anybody that's a decent person would think like that
Yeah, well,
nowadays.
yeah,
But yeah.
well.
I wasn't there for your life, but in death, I took care of you,
Yeah,
right?
I died and I gave you 50 bands. That's the best I could. That's the best gift I ever gave you.
That's better
Truthfully.
than child support, right?
Truthfully. I mean, yeah, that measly ass child support niggas be paying, man. I
I
remember,
feel
man,
bad for a lot of
I ain't,
people that their mothers like squandered the child support that they got. I remember when I was like, I don't know, maybe it was like 12 or 13. My mom showed me the checks she was getting from my dad, and she just started giving them to me to spend myself.
I feel like that's squandering too, because you probably just blew them shit.
Well,
well,
it's not like they were coming in weekly or daily. It was few and far between.
yeah, and
I
the check
think when
might
I
be
turned
shit, like in
18,
my opinion.
oh yeah, it was. I remember the first check I saw was like $113. That's why my mom gave it to me because it wasn't shit. What the fuck is she gonna do with that? Buy uh 2 days worth of groceries? I don't know.
2 days, damn nigga, you was hungry. Never
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
mind.
No, we was eating good in my household. We was eating crab legs before the internet heard about crab legs and they wasn't super expensive.
Yeah, he said we was eating crab legs before niggas was eating crab legs.
No, no, no. Just before niggas started jacking crab legs and they got super expensive.
Yeah, nah, I remember the Dungeness crab back in the days. If you know, you know. Them Dungeness crabs was so fucking. Yo, them boys was hefty, boy. What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You didn't just have to
Man,
get
what?
king crab legs back in the day. You could get any crab and it was
Because
good.
now it's just nothing but snow and king. That's it.
Yeah. Every other crab we made go extinct. You remember there's like billions of crabs went missing in Alaska this year.
Yeah, I did see that. I did that. I had something to do with that. I'm sorry.
This nigga was feasting and ain't even tell nobody.
I wasn't feasting. I was market manipulating.
Uh that's not good. You shouldn't do that. I know we cool. I'm usually on your side, but you can't just eradicate billions of crabs for market manipulation.
Who's gonna tell him? Because that's exactly what my ass finna do.
I might have to switch on this one. I'm sorry. I don't.
But even more than that, like I remember, like it is so funny because like child support be such a touchy topic for certain niggas, and it should be killing me because it's like I remember being a child, right? And I remember my pops got into it with me once, like, "Oh, I'm giving you child support, and I don't even know what happens to it." Da da da. This and that. I'm like,
What do you mean you
"Bro,
don't know what happens to it, nigga? It goes to me. You
not
support your
even that."
child.
I remember thinking to myself, "Dog, you pay $80 a week.
That's
That
fucking
is
hilarious. What
that
the
is
fuck you? What were you gonna do with that?
$220 a month over a year. That is about $3,800 a year. what are you fucking buying me? What is my mama blowing them 3,800 a year on? Like that's fucking big bread, nigga. Like that's big bucks.
Listen, he wanted that Crown Royal.
That's literally, nigga. That's E&J money, nigga.
Yeah, that's you taking E&J out of my mouth.
He said, but boy, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say because I could have got the big bottle of E&J. You know, the big shit with the.
Said I gotta get a pint. You know, I usually would have got.
He said instead, I gotta get a pint. And I need the big shit to cope with the fact that I only got a pint. Like,
I'm no, that's hilarious. I need the big shit because I'm depressed now. I gotta drink the pain away for the fact that I could only drink so much.
yeah, like, bro, this is insane. Like, but I remember that. Like, I remember him really sitting up here, like, and at the time I didn't know what the payments was, so I was just thinking, like, in my head, I was thinking to myself, like, well, damn, I've been in my own house. It don't feel like Brad. Like, I'm like, if I'm like hoarding the money, then Lord knows what she's spending it on. Because you know what I'm saying?
You
Because I'm
saw the
just
payment, you like,
yeah. Because
man,
when I saw the
what the
payment, I'm
fuck,
like,
bro?
bro, you was just helping us get a couple meats every week, bro. Stop fucking playing with me, yo. Stop playing with me, bro.
Couple
80 bands,
weeks.
80 bands, bro. You was paying for turkey wings, fucking pesto, Alfredo sauce. Like, cut it out, bro. Like, your $80 a week didn't go to nothing significant. This shit paid a water bill and a trash bill. Like, stop fucking playing with me. Like, bro, you
Y'all got
really acting like.
bills for trash in New Jersey.
Oh yeah. Well, listen. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah. Yeah, but that'd be the part. Like, no, you're wrong. Like, because I know some people would do like the percentage based ones, and like, because you know what'll happen. Like, you'll see a celebrity, they'll be like, "Oh, he's ordered to pay $120,000
Yeah,
a
I
month,"
whenever I see this, shit, I'm
and
just
you
like,
be
will
like,
your nigga shut
"Damn!"
up? That nigga's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah,
That's like fucking $180 a month to him.
like, bro,
180,000 is
yeah.
$180 for you.
Like, the craziest part is, I'm like, bro, like the wildest part is some niggas will go into court and they'll even like pretty much try to offload all their assets. Like, oh look, I'm only making $150,000 a year. When they making millions, right? I'm only making
Yeah.
150,000, and the judge will still be like, "All right, well, look, I'm gonna require you to pay a total of 100,000 a year in child support." And niggas, I'm like, bro, you make millions, millions, more than one. Like,
You keep
not,
making
not,
them. It's not like
not,
you made it.
yeah,
You
and it's
didn't
not
hit the
like you,
lottery. You keep making it.
and it's not like you worth a million, because it's one thing being worth a million versus what you actually got. You are making an income. You are making a million, brother. 100,000, it's 10%. If I did that for what I make, you know what it'd be? It'd be about what my fucking dad paid. It'd be just about what he paid, which is nothing. 320 a month. I mean, granted, that's gonna be some shit. I'm like, man, that money coming out of mine. But I get paid twice a week, baby. That's 160 per check. I paid more into my 401k.
Yeah.
Oh no.
401k,
I paid like,
taxes,
yeah, not
life
probably more, but
insurance.
yeah, but between 401k and taxes, like, I pay that already, and I don't even think about it. Like, what are y'all talking about? I don't even think about it. That'd be my problem. Like, y'all just mad because in y'all head it's like, she getting over on me. What is she getting over for, bro? She makes 4,000 a year off of you. She has to work still
Yeah.
and work hard, might I add, because I only make 4 bands off of you, goof.
For the year.
Yeah,
The
years,
year.
bro. You're not pricey, nigga. You're not a rich nigga. So it's like, dog, this money not going, like, it's not moving the way you think it's moving. And that's the part where it confuses me, because it's like, I know y'all know how much money is how much, right? Like, I know y'all know and understand how this money works. So it's like, when you pull in a mill a year and they require you to drop 100,000, why is that like mind blowing to y'all?
Because some niggas just hate women in general, so they don't want to pay regardless. So seeing a number that big just blows their fucking mind.
Yeah, or they just hate their baby mom. Like, which is like, I get that. I understand. Like, and then like, you don't understand, like, when somebody you really don't fuck with and you gotta actually give them bread out your pocket. Bro, I don't fuck with the US government and I never will. Nah, yeah. Like, yeah, but nah, like, this is personal. And it's not with the government? Bro, they steal money from my check every week. That's personal, nigga. What the fuck you mean?
Definition of personal.
Like, I'm just like, bro, like, I know you're wrong. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I get about like the whole personal thing, like, in the sense that shit happens, and then like, yeah, when somebody do you nasty, and now you like, I gotta pay her after she do me filthy, and she moving on, and that money gonna go to her and another nigga. So it sure will. So what? You're fried. That's
Money's
your
not going
problem.
to her and another nigga. It's going to her and your child. She just
But
happens
let's
to be with another nigga.
again. I don't care if she spent none of that bread on the child and all that money on the nigga. You did this. You are in this situation. You have a child with someone who y'all can't co-parent, y'all can't parent, y'all didn't stay together, and now the state says, "Well, you ought to be paying something because, well, that baby needs something." Like, and that being like, my issue with the child support shit is a lot of niggas pretend like they're fucking helpless. And I'm sick of
Hmm.
hearing that shit. I'm really sick of hearing that shit. Niggas, I be hearing niggas who don't fight at all, acting like, well, the system's just against us. So you gave up like a bitch, right? Like, so you gave up like a bitch, right? Like you care this much about your child, but the instant there was even a prospect of, oh, I might have to fight for this, yeah, I give up. Like, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I don't feel sorry for you, nigga. I don't. I don't. Whatever the court order you gotta pay that, bro. And not to mention most of y'all don't even get to a court order point because some of y'all are decent enough niggas to figure out, all right, or y'all got decent enough baby moms, which again comes back to the other whole thing where like if you got a person who y'all broke up and now that person can't agree on like, hey, listen, I'm gonna pay this for you for the child. And I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna, see her on the weekends. If y'all can't work these things out on your own, this is a failure on your part. And the only reason why the state is involved is because y'all can't figure it out. So
Literally.
it's just like I miss me. I'm not gonna cry for y'all. I'm not gonna cry for y'all. Some of y'all being targeted, and I think in that case, yeah, those are the only niggas I may possibly feel bad for. Where it's like a shorty who is targeting a nigga, like, yo, look,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna make, I'm gonna make sure this nigga nutting me. I'm gonna make sure I'm ovulating. Nigga, I lined it up. I checked all the boxes, and nigga, today, this is the most fertile I'm gonna be in months. Like, like nigga, we getting some buns today, cause I know whoever do it today, hey, I'm getting the bag from. So like those are the only niggas I feel sorry for. Even though, listen, you made your bed still, but I do feel a little bad for you because it's like it's nasty because it's targeted. It really is. But it's like
Yeah.
the rest of y'all not getting targeted. Y'all ain't even have no money to target. Y'all was $35,000 a year niggas. I'm not targeting you to live off of you, brother. I'm getting paid fucking $3 a year off of this. This ain't a good lick. Like
If we
imagine this.
really want to get into it, how is 3 bands enough even
It's not.
enough to
It's
take
not.
care
It's
of a
not a year. It's
child?
not one, but two. It's just the
Oh, three
court's
bands a
like,
year.
well, look, it's 10% of what you got. You ain't got much, and I can't take everything from you because then you'd be fried. So, fuck it, 3,000 it is. But then niggas will still complain about the 3 bands. Like that. That just be the shit. Like, listen, man, if you a nigga listen to this video and you currently on child support, man, listen, I need you to understand. It is what it is. Truthfully, it is what it is. Like this didn't just happen to you. You are not a victim. Some of y'all could be victims, but the chance of y'all being victims is very low because everyone plays the victim role, and 95% of y'all niggas willingly slept with this woman and nutted in her with no condom and didn't think twice about what would happen next. You're not a victim. You
You're not
made
a
your bet.
victim.
You're his ass is not a victim.
I do feel bad for there's some people in particular situations where there are women that just take advantage of birth control and won't allow niggas to see their kids. I do feel
Mhm.
bad for those people, but
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of situations where, like, there's a lot of nuance to some of these shits where it's like people act despicable. They do shit. They hide. Like, they take your money. So, like, I can understand that, right? Like, let's say you in a situation where you getting your like they taking money out your check, 10%, 15%, whatever it is, right? I think in New York it's like 17, which is kind of nuts. If like I don't got shit to begin with, like.
yeah.
Like I always understood niggas who make like less than 40,000 a year, like fighting hard against child support because, bro, I don't make shit. You can't take 15% from me, bro. I don't make shit already. I'm struggling, dog. This shit not gonna work. But understanding that that's how this works, you got to figure that out before you get to court, buddy. You have to avoid going to court, in fact. But that's not how niggas play it. Emotion gets in the way, shit happens. Y'all be with partners y'all be with women who ain't necessarily feeling jacking at. It is what it is. But what was the example you said? You was talking about oh yeah, like they like withholding custody and like not letting you see the kids and shit like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
women's just taking the baby. I mean, taking the fucking the child support, not letting you see the kid. They're literally spiting you. They're literally
Mm-hmm.
just trying to get
Mm-hmm.
money out of you. Don't let you
And
see
then the
the kid.
problem is in so many cases like that, like first off, that's fucked up. Like I'll just go on record and say that is fucked up. That should not be happening to you, right? Like, but then what happens is a lot of these niggas accept it because you've already bought into whatever bullshit about. Well, the system don't care about black men. The system don't care about black fathers. And it's like, bro, y'all don't care because y'all been brainwashed into this bullshit. Y'all feed this bullshit. I don't give a fuck what the reality is. I don't care how hard it is. Either you try, you make the attempt and fail, or you try, make the attempt and succeed. But if you don't make the attempt, I don't want to fucking hear a sob story from you. If you didn't even try, nigga, I don't give a fuck. If the problem is, like, because this is what happens, right? You get these niggas who they don't want custody of their kids. They just want to see their kids. And now they can't see their kids. And so now you're in a position to where, all right, well, listen, what you really need to do is get custody. But unfortunately, that involves getting your whole life together. And some of y'all niggas ain't getting your whole life together.
I
Because,
need my E&J on the weekend, man. I
right,
can't
because
have my
she's
kids,
not
bro.
even just the NJ. It'd be worse shit than that. It'd be worse shit than that. That's not stopping y'all from. But the problem is, niggas will make like the way let niggas tell it. They baby moms be so ain't shit, trash, and garbage. So how is it that you can't win a custody battle? One, because you don't want to fight one. Two, because y'all niggas be just as bad as them. That's why y'all got together and fucked. And then three, some of y'all don't want to be fathers like that. If we keeping it a being, y'all really don't want to raise these kids day to day. So that's my whole thing where it's like don't blame it on the system. Don't say it's the system doing this, the system doing that. Brother, you don't want to be an active father 10 days or 7 days a week. You don't. The system ain't got nothing to do with it. You do not want to be an active, which is why you're not fighting for
And you don't
custody.
want to pay for it.
Yeah, and you like so you don't want to pay for it, but you don't want to hope. All right, come on now. Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give, brother, man. So it's like, listen, if you a nigga out here and you fighting for your kids and you want custody of your kids and you doing all the shit you need to be doing, man, I feel for you, man. Wishing you the best. Praying for you. Hope it all works out for you. You a nigga throwing all these excuses around knowing damn well you ain't never tried, you ain't never fought, you ain't never like you just like, man, well, fuck it. The judge said this, so I give up. I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit, man. What we got
Yeah,
on this agenda, man? What we got on this agenda, man?
we
We ain't
haven't
get
talked
through
about
nothing
a
else.
single thing on the agenda so far, and it's
Well, I
all
knew we
because
was because of the biggest birds. That's why.
yeah, it's because we the biggest birds. You know, you don't need an agenda when you the biggest bird. I mean,
But you know what? Actually, this is funny because there's no segue here, but I can make one, right? Because it's like niggas will lie on the government, and I hate the government, but don't lie on the government when it's not about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna lie and pretend, oh, the system's just not gonna do it, bro. Y'all can win these cases. People win these cases. Black men win these cases, especially when they have documented evidence, when they've been doing shit to right. Like, that's the problem. It's effort.
yeah,
It's a lot of shit that go into it, and it requires you to A, have some of your shit together, B, have all your ducks in a row, C, to not be fucking around doing bullshit. And that's where it goes wrong because a lot of niggas ain't got their shit together, are still doing the bullshit, and they ain't too much better than their own fucking bum ass baby moms. Let them tell it. So it's like y'all baby moms be bums, but y'all be slightly better than that. If I'm a court, why would I? I'm like, all right, look, bro, y'all both bums. So why would I uproot the child and move him into your crib when y'all both bums in different ways? Like I'm good.
yeah, that's true.
But you know, speaking of lying on the government, lying on the system, right? One of my pet peeves is when people lie on somebody that they got an issue with, and it's like they use that to justify their issue. Like, oh, I don't fuck with, and it be people like overall like people don't fuck with. Like, it be like, oh, I don't fuck with Trump. Well, why? Because he said, and it'd be like a lie, and I'm just like, okay, he didn't say that. What you mean? Like he never said that. That was cap. That was not something that he said. And then niggas almost take it like you defending him. Like, well, so what? You think he wouldn't say some shit? Like, bro, I'm just
That's not
telling
what we're
you
talking about. Yeah, I
that
just
if you mad at him because he said black people they ain't shit, he didn't say that. Like he said these other things that pretty much alluded to the same exact thing. But like I just need you to understand the sentence you saying is wrong. Like, and sometimes sometimes it's semantics because it's like, oh, he didn't say black people wasn't shit. He said, and then like insert some other racist shit. Like, okay, that's the same thing. That's the same thing, just different words, right? But like, it'll be something entirely different. Like, and like the examples I thought of is a couple of niggas who, again, I don't personally like, but then I hate when y'all make things up about them, right? First example is academics, right?
Yeah.
I
What you say
saw
he said now?
I saw over the weekend niggas with some here saying, all he do is beef with women. Why lie? Why lie?
Now,
I I
I won't
followed.
say that's necessarily a lie because if you don't follow Ack, you
That's
don't
it.
know.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
most of the time, that nigga is beefing with women. Most of the time, when I see this nigga talking to somebody,
Okay, thank
it's
you.
a woman.
When you see him,
Yeah,
because most
exactly.
of the time he ain't even beefing with women. Like this is what I'm like. I've
Ooh,
loosely
it's
followed
spicy.
Ag shit from like 2016. Like I've been seeing his content when he's doing the war on Chirac and all of that other shit. There's points where I listened to Ag and then it was like, all right, I'm not off you. But he frequently and often beefed with niggas almost on a daily basis. Like it's probably a list of
What's on
thousands
a
of niggas.
daily basis?
It's probably a list of thousands of niggas he's beefed with versus like 45 to 50 women he beefed with. Now, here's the thing.
I
Women
remember
are
his beef with Meek. I remember that
he beefed with
vividly.
Meek. He currently had a beef with Lil Baby. He had a beef with
He had
Freddie
a beef with Lil
Gibbs.
Baby for
You see what
what?
I'm
Oh yeah, I
saying?
remember Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
yeah. He
Yeah,
had a
Freddie
beef
Gibbs
with
was
Freddie
hilarious.
Gibbs. Had a beef with Vic Mensa. He didn't have a beef, but he got into it with Young Jeezy. He got into it with Soldier. He got into it with a lot of niggas.
Why is this
Bro,
nigga always getting into it though? That's a
because he's
problem
a
in
messy,
itself.
messy motherfucker, and he be wrong as shit on a lot of shit. Like, but
Well, there
he
you go.
just he be running his fucking mouth. Like he's a gossip blogger, nigga. When you run your fucking mouth,
A
you just gonna get
gossip
into it with people.
blogger.
And so that's my thing. Like this nigga beefs with like so many grown ass men to the point to where grown men be checking him often. Whenever you see people check Act, it's usually a grown ass man, isn't it?
Yeah,
LL
I
Cool
mean,
J just had a beef with Act. Like it's grown men that
we're
beef with
saying
Act
beef.
all
It's
the time.
not beef. It's niggas just like, hey man, you're a
Yeah, not
bitch.
necessarily beef, but like getting into it. Like y'all
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
problem, y'all
little
going back and
arguments.
forth. So like,
Yeah,
but the problem is more than likely, a woman's probably more likely to give you the tweets, probably more likely to keep going back and forth with you. And then when we talking shade room, Hollywood Unlocked, yeah, a woman's definitely more likely to
obviously,
get posted,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like if you beefing with Carisha, that's much more likely to get posted than my beef with Jay Critch, because the shade room is never given airtime to a Jay Critch story.
Ooh,
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He had beef with Jay Critch. He railed against Jay Critch, railed against a lot of niggas. Like this is what I'm saying. Like we don't know these people because if you don't care about Act or care about these people, you would never know. How would you know? But it's just like let's not pretend this nigga only beefs with women. That's what y'all see because that's what Shade Room will cover.
yeah.
Shade Room's not gonna cover Act's beef with some other guy. They're just not gonna cover that for the most part. They're not gonna cover a Freddie Gibbs beef. They didn't. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna
Abram
cover.
didn't say nothing about Freddie Gibbs. That's crazy.
Probably they
That was
said
a big
one
one.
thing maybe once. Like you know what I mean? But like they're not gonna get into it. Meanwhile, but if you beef with Young Miami, guess what they're gonna do?
Oh
They
yeah,
gonna run that shit daily. What's the update? What happened? Would he say anything new? Did she say anything? Like they gonna run that over and over and over again.
because Shade Room's audience is primarily women.
Hello. And
So
so, but the same thing that's true of that is true of 50. Because I heard the same thing about 50. 50
now
always
I saw the same thing you're talking about, and I know 50 because I
yeah, and
follow
you
50.
know 50's beef.
That's insane to say. First off, I feel like a nigga that said 50 only beef with women is probably born after the year 2000 because the
Probably.
nigga is famous for beefing with Ja Rule, for beefing with he brought Rick
Floyd
Ross's
Mayweather,
baby mama and his kids out and took them on a shopping spree.
DJ
And you
Khaled went to
talking
his
about
mama's
50 Cent?
workplace.
What 50 Cent only beef with women? What are you talking, nigga? He got shot 8 times because he was beefing with the drug lord in his own hood.
With niggas.
What are you talking about?
Bro, he went to DJ Khaled mama of a job and was filming her at her job. Like
That's some sick shit though.
he
That's
beefed
crazy.
with Rick Ross. He beefed with Ja Rule. He beefed with Floyd
Did
Mayweather,
he
a nigga
did
known
he
for
beef
punching
with
people.
Fat Joe too?
I'm sure he did. He did. He actually did. He beefed with Game. He beefed
Yep.
with, and now mind you, those are older, but even now, like he had beef recently, I guess, again with Young Buck. Now, here's what I will say,
He
which
been
is,
beefing with Young Buck on and off for years. Them
yeah,
niggas
yeah.
hate each other.
Now, what I will say, which is probably why they mentioned this about 50, and I think the same might be true of Act. And then this is what, like, and so this is what I mean. So it's not necessarily lying. It's just
It's
y'all
all y'all
viewpoint is
see,
a
so
little
that's
odd.
what you yeah, exactly.
So it's like Act and 50 both have different energy when it's women. Now, 50 a little bit less than Act. Like 50
Yeah,
just does that to really whoever. It doesn't really matter. Like man, woman, if he don't like you or he got a problem with you, he gonna come at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Ack is a very good example of like when he beats with a
that nigga.
nigga, depending on who the nigga is, right? Because if you're a nigga of a certain
He
stature,
he gauges exactly. He goes
yeah,
after
he'll
niggas
gauge the
that he
niggas,
thinks
right?
that he's on a level of.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like,
he won't go super hard if he think, oh no, he might. If he
yeah,
a
like if
real
it's little
gangster, he might
baby,
come
like
up
I'm
on
gonna
you.
just I'm gonna brag about some things, but I'm not really gonna like I can't. There's only so much bragging I can do. I can't say you need me, nigga. I can't do all of that other shit. But when it's Jay Critch, guess what? I'm gonna beef with Jay Critch as if I'm 50 Cent.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like because I know I'm quote unquote bigger than him, right? If he's beefing with any of these, you know, these B or C tier rappers that he be beefing with, he's gonna step as if he was 50 because he like, bro, look at me and look at y'all. Wait, there's no
Yeah.
way. Like, and he does the same thing with women, right? There's certain women where he'll get into it with where it's just like, because he did this with mind you, I don't even like Chrissy Teigen, but he did this where he got drunk on his Twitch streams where he be getting on Twitch getting drunk and just be acting like a wind emblem. I ain't gonna hold you.
When
Like, but like he was doing all of that and got on there and he was smoking Chrissy Teigen to the point where I'm like, yeah, they gonna give me a bumper about this because I mean I don't care. Like I don't like Chrissy Teigen like for various reasons, but they gonna give me a bumper. And sure enough,
Mhm.
that nigga apologized for it. Nigga John Legend was pressing him. Like,
Getting pressed by John Legend's crazy.
yeah, getting pressed by John Legend sounds insane, yeah. But it's like so that happens, right? The other one was Tory, right? So obviously we know the whole
Mhm.
case with Tory and all that shit going on, but in Tory's case, there were people saying like, "Oh, nigga, like Tory wasn't even hot. Like nobody knew or fucked with Tory until this whole shit." And I said, "Okay, okay,
That's
guys,
come on now. I don't like
he
Tory, but
Tory was
we
not huge in the same manner. I get it. Yes, that's partially true." But we are not gonna sit up here and pretend like again, and this is what I hate because I hate when you make these arguments, it's like defense. That's what people interpret it
yeah.
as every time. It's like, oh, you're defendatory. Brother, I don't like this little man no more than y'all do. All I'm
This
telling
little
y'all,
man.
all I'm telling y'all is the nigga was putting out the chicks tapes joints for like half a decade, and people loved them. And they weren't underground. Those tapes were not underground. I'm telling you that right now. He had singles that was hot. I'm not saying the singles was like number one high or top 10 high, but they was hot. Nigga, they was ringing off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he had joints. He was getting his shit was ringing off, all of that type of joint. He got on the remix with Jack Harlow. That did something for him. He did the quarantine radio. His shit was trending. His shit was
Yeah, if
trending
anything,
too.
all this shit with Meg hindered his shit because the quarantine radio was big. I remember niggas was
Mhm.
definitely
His shit was
tuning into
trending
that.
too. Like, I wouldn't say trending to where it is now because I don't think he's ever going to reach that point of stardom he could have been because all of this fucked
These fucks
everything
and
up.
all up. Yeah.
But I think he was trending towards if this never happens, he would have landed at a superstardom spot or I had a
Mhm.
shot at superstar. I'm not saying he would have stayed there, but he would have had a shot to be a star. Like whereas before it was just like niggas knew who he was. He was making a living for himself. He was doing well. And it's not again, I'm not saying he was a superstar because there's only so many superstars.
Yeah.
Like who's really a superstar, nigga? Like Drake and then what? Drake and who? Drake and Lil
Future,
Baby, Drake and
little baby.
Future, Drake and maybe a thug before he got locked, and then who? And then who? That's four people. Who else?
2 Chainz.
Is a superstar? No.
In my
Like, you
book,
know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Two
well, yeah.
Chainz lives in my heart as a superstar.
Yeah, no. We always fuck with Two Chains over here. But that's my thing where I'm just like, bro, listen, like, you can slander Tory in any way you want. It's all gonna be funny to me because I don't like the nigga. But it's just insane that y'all will sit up here when there's a million things to act like, bro. He had like 3 assault cases just this year alone. Slander him
Like
with that. Like,
outside of Meg,
yeah, he
he
had the shit with
assaulted people
August
like that.
Alsina. He had another case
Oh
this
yeah, I did
year.
hear about that. Yeah.
He had another case as well. I forgot what that third one was about, but it was I think it was another like a battery or an assault. So it's like he's
He's
got
just a violent, angry little man.
yeah. So it's like, bro, if you want to use that, use that. If you want to use the him coming out shortly after the whole thing with Meg and like acting like she didn't get shot at all, use that. If
That
there's
shit
so
pissed me
many,
off. He was
yeah,
coming out
there's
making jokes about it and like,
yeah,
nigga,
he was
you
act like
shot.
he like, and that's what I think when people were talking about that, like they were acting as if like, and I was like, bro, I was there. Do y'all remember? Like I was there. Like y'all for weeks doubted if that woman got shot at all. Like y'all doubted whether there was even like she got hit. So that was so I'm like, bro, let's not pretend that we all were in agreement that she got shot. It's just a matter of who did it. We didn't get there until recently. Let's
recently,
be clear.
like in the last day or two, it's
Yeah,
just
well,
now clear.
let's be
After the
clear.
surgeon testified that she got shot, that's when niggas like, oh, okay, I guess she wasn't lying, but she's still lying on Tory.
Because my thing was, I was like, bro, let's put it this way: if you shoot a gun in a car, the gun bounce around, do some other shit, ricochet onto some glass, the glass fall on my foot and shatter and like and embed in my foot. That I mean, are we gonna? I'm not sitting up here pretending like I didn't get shot. What are we talking about? It's the same thing. The ricochet from a bullet ended up doing something that ended up hitting it. Bro, I got shot at. I got shot at and
Nigga,
then damaged
ricochet
from the
is
shooting. I
you
got
get
shot.
hit by a bullet that ricocheted, you got shot.
Yeah, or even get hit by like the
You get hit
bullet
by
ricocheted off
shrapnel.
glass, and yeah, shrapnel. Yeah, bro, I got shot. What are you talking about? Like, this is not a real argument. But yeah, that's just my thing. Like, that's one of the pet peeves I have. Like, bro, please don't lie on people that you hate just to get your hate off. Like, it's so many valid reasons to hate on motherfuckers.
See, I'm gonna take a different route
Be
with
a
this.
real hater, yo. Be a real hater. Like, be a hater with some morals, bro. Like,
I'm gonna take a different route with this. I agree with you for sure, but at the same time, there's some niggas that you just hate so much, you just vibe with whatever happens. Like,
yeah, you hear it, you like, I can see that.
yeah, I can see that. I saw now this is hilarious because I saw a tweet yesterday that came from some random Twitter that said, hold on, can I pull up the exact tweet? Because the shit, I was fucking dying reading this because the shit was so fucking ridiculous. And it's like, there's no way y'all actually just posted this. Okay, so it was a poll on Twitter. This is a verified blue checkmark account. I don't know if it was real or if it was a Elon Musk checkmark, but it said, when listening to a true crime podcast, which race do you prefer the murder victim to
Oh,
be?
I saw this.
So I saw the original tweet from the original person, and then after that, I saw somebody Photoshop Elon Musk Twitter to say that. But it was the same exact tweet. Well, who do you prefer to be murdered? But it was Elon Musk, and I retweeted it because you're like, fuck that nigga. Yeah, I hope more people see this and think he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's right. The person that posted said, "What did he mean by this?" And I was just like, "Yep, I know this is fake, but I love to see it. I love it."
Yeah, no, I did see that post, that original poll, and I'm just like, yo, you are clinically insane for asking this question. Like, what is wrong with you?
It was a troll account because I went through their replies and they didn't double, they tripled down on it. And one of their responses was something crazy like, wow, okay, so the left hates when black people get killed by the police, but ask the question, would you rather so and so get killed and now I'm getting crucified? I was like, okay, this is a troll page. It was a right wing leaning blog that posted that just to get interactions.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be shocking. But I still remember seeing that. I'm like, yeah. Nah, listen, if you really ask me like what my real answer to that question is, I'll tell you what, whatever race the true crime podcast hosts are.
Yeah, that was a lot of people responding saying,
I know they're typically white, but whatever race they are, yeah.
I was gonna say a lot of people were saying, no race, just whoever hosts true crime podcast. That's who I want to be murdered in the
whoever the hosts are.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no. That was an insane question. Yeah, like, we're trolling or not, like, y'all niggas are crazy.
That's one of those situations where it's like some shit is just so racist. You're not even offended. It's just hilarious that you would ask this dumb shit. It was
I
funny.
saw that. What was it? I'm trying to think. It was I saw a tweet the other day where it was an older tweet, but it was like it was a white girl, and she was like, "Oh yeah, this black guy at the gym said, he was flirting with me a lot," and that's when I realized, like, damn, do I need to lose weight? I started crying, yo. I was like, hey, yo.
That is hilarious.
Like, I was sitting there
screaming. You can't say that. You can't.
Yeah, no, you can't say this, but this is really funny. Like,
you don't know this is hilarious, but you can't.
No, you know this is funny, but like this, like, no, like, you can't say this. Like, there's just certain jokes where it's like, come with me, yeah, come on.
Let's go to the back real quick.
Yeah, no, let's step into my office. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to write you up. We're gonna have to write you up. But yeah, that was a good one. Pass that along to somebody next time. That was a good one.
Yeah, send that joke to. I feel like white people, whenever they have a joke that's race related, they should pass it to whatever race the joke is about and have one of them
a designated token.
A designated, because it's always, well, not always, some shit is just crazy, but sometimes it'd be funny, but it just Right message, wrong messenger.
Mm-hmm. It's
Everybody
like
needs,
the
yeah,
other example I think of is the dude from the Suns. Remember he said, "Well, these niggas need a nigga."
yeah, exactly,
He was dead right.
exactly.
He
But
was
he
dead
shouldn't
right.
be
But
saying that.
you can't say that, bro. You
Yeah,
can never tell me that. Like, and you can't even word it that way. Like, you gotta, I just feel like, based on what I've known, like,
from
people need to
niggas.
see people who look like them in positions of leadership. To like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have said the exact same thing and freaked it. He just got straight to it. Said, "Nah, bro, niggas need a nigga, bro. Like,
Yeah, I'm
what?
gonna keep it real with you. Niggas need nigga.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Niggas need a nigga, but don't say nigga twice in a sentence ever again for me.
That
Ever
shit
again,
is
like
so
ever
fucking
again.
funny. Niggas need a nigga is killing
That
me.
is so like, but again, but racing be funny sometimes. I tell
Yeah,
you, like it's a couple of times where I just shake my head like nigga taking his book bag off, getting ready for a fight. Like, oh man, yo, you crack me up sometimes. Yo.
imagine
Nigga,
going into a fight and laughing beforehand because shit. You just, oh man,
nigga doing the anime laugh. Like,
oh, this
mm,
is gonna be good.
quite the jokester you are,
You
huh?
deserve this, but I just want you to know it's not personal.
He said, "I want you to know, in an alternate universe, I could have used someone like you."
And also the universe, we
Yeah,
could
you
have
could.
been friends.
Yeah, you could have been my court jester or something. But what else we got? What else we got? We got on here. We got
I see
television
JoJo
shows.
on the list. What's up with that? Why you put
I
JoJo
should have
on
just
the
put
list,
that next to
huh?
TV, honestly, because we could just talk about TV. Because I haven't been watching too much lately. I've been watching Billions, like the series. I just started that.
What is billions?
It's uh, I'm just gonna read a synopsis because uh, basically it's a dude who's like a venture capitalist and
He bad?
he's he's a hedge
Uh,
fund
I'm
manager.
sorry.
He accumulates his wealth and all that shit. And then there's a U.S. district attorney that is attempting to prosecute him. And
What do you do?
um, this is inspired by real life prosecutions, inspired by the investigation undertaken by in Manhattan, prosecution of hedge fund Stephen Cohen of some shit, Salomon
No, that dude.
Brothers, uh, subplots and all that shit. So yeah, so basically it's just like a story about a hedge fund manager who's making hella bread and he's pretty much doing super illegal shit. And then there's a U.S. attorney on his bumper, and they're just battling back and forth. It's like a battle of wealth, literally a battle of billions.
Okay.
And it's just been interesting to me just seeing like one like how because it's like when you see it, you start to think like, yeah, okay, that's exactly how this works. That's exactly how some of this shit happens. Like I could see this. And it's just been interesting. Like I listen, I'm a big fan of shows where white folks be on each other bumper. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, man.
Okay.
It's, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I've been watching lately. I know Succession. I think Succession came back.
I want to get into Succession. It's one of those shows that I keep hearing
No, it didn't
nothing but
come back.
good things, but
Didn't come
I just haven't got to it yet.
back. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good. It's a good show. It's listen. I love white drama. I tell people all
Yeah,
the time. Like I just love seeing white folks deal with drama.
I
I
do
don't want to
too.
see y'all
That's
do
why
nothing else.
I recently started watching. Like I was talking about earlier about like local documentaries. I started
Oh, yeah, I mean,
watching.
yeah,
I
that
started
is white
watching
drama.
documentaries on no.
It's
I
definitely
started
white
watching
drama.
documentaries on like white YouTube drama because
Hmm.
there's like a meme of like white YouTubers always apologizing for something, and I was thinking like, what do y'all niggas be doing? Why do y'all keep apparently a lot of these niggas be grooming and doing
Yeah, it be that type of
very
bag.
fucked
Yeah.
up shit, and so like I started watching hella documentaries on specific white YouTubers and white TikTok stars. Yeah, I love white drama. Twitch too. Yeah, same thing with Twitch. Anything involving white people on the internet, I'm watching it, man. I
I'm like,
love to
yeah,
see
y'all
it.
be going crazy, yo. Let me see that.
Yeah,
But
literally.
yeah, so that's been good. Succession is good too. It's definitely like I wouldn't say it's a slow burn per se, but it's definitely one of those shows that like, because I know some people like, there's certain people I just wouldn't recommend some of these shows to, because it's like satirical, like comedy, drama, like so.
Yeah.
And it's just not, you know, that's not everybody's bag. Some people are just like a. Because I remember I recommended like Game of Thrones to somebody, and I specifically told them like, yeah, listen, like it's a lot of politics. Like it's like say an episode 60 minutes, about 35 to 40 minutes of that is politics on
Right.
average. Like I would probably say it's probably more than that, depending on the episode or the season. But it's about that much, like where it's just somebody is meeting up with somebody to do a backdoor scheme. Then they go back to so and so and talk to them about the scheme, and then they get a little more from them. Then they go to so and so, and then it flashes to someone else who's fighting a battle, and it's a quick little action scene. And then it gets straight into the drama after the action scene. So it's like dog. That's what these shows are. It's story. It's story. Like, and that's the thing I think people fail to realize. Like these
I think
shows,
that's the first time anybody actually explained Game of Thrones to me.
no, Game of Thrones is literally like it's like a fantasy drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's again, it's a lot of political backstabbing and posturing, and because they're battling for a throne, so it's the Game of Thrones. It's literally they're battling for a singular throne. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
I get
saying?
it.
So it's like that one throne is the throne of 7 kingdoms. So obviously there's 7 kingdoms, a bunch of families, a bunch of political conflicts amongst the families, and trying to fight for independence and all this other shit. Like yeah, yeah. Like it's just what it comes down to. It's a lot of drama, and that'd be the thing where I'm just like, bro, like if y'all want to watch action, bro, like it ain't too many series that's just all action. Like I don't know what series y'all planning on watching that's just gonna be straight action. Like I don't know.
I'm trying to watch anime. That's what they want. They
Yeah, I
want
was just
anime,
saying you
but
might as
live
well watch an
action.
anime. But then even then, I mean, shit, nigga, what anime you watching that's not gonna sit up here and explain a bunch of shit to you?
Yeah, that's true.
Nigga, there was scenes in Hunter x Hunter where I'm like, all right, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Come on, bro. 10 seconds. And they're like, when the hunter uses his nen abilities, there's 3 nen abilities, and it's only the one next to it that you can put your shit into. And I'm like, all right, yeah, no, I get it. It's like skill trees. I understand. I don't need the rest of this.
He's famous for that though, because like Togashi, when he draws Hunter x Hunter, he'll have whole entire pages of text.
No, I've
Like
seen
that
it.
nigga.
I've seen a
Oh
couple
yeah.
like prompts, and I'm just like, dog, never in my fucking life. Like, bro, you must be kidding. Must be kidding me.
Nah, he dead ass. He gonna explain some shit. That's for damn sure.
I'll tell you what.
What made you put JoJo's on the list? What's new with JoJo's? What's going on with that? What's
Well, they had
happening
a
in the
drop, didn't
JoJo
they?
world?
I mean, shit, you could tell me more than I could because I didn't even check afterwards. But
Oh no, I know everything JoJo's obviously.
oh
I just
yeah, I
didn't know
bet
why
you did.
you put it on the list.
Well, I put it on there because apparently there was a new drop or some shit, right? I don't know.
Yeah, Part 9 has been officially announced and has a release date. February 2023. The JoJo Lands will be the 9th part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's coming out. Araki the GOAT is back. He's writing again. All rejoice. Hold hands and sing. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, I see. Limp Biscuit was supposed to be Flaccid Pancake. I see. I get that.
That is so fucking random.
No,
What
I'm
the
just reading.
fuck?
It's some random article about they removed a scene with Mickey Mouse, or they're like, where the fuck
Oh
is
yeah,
Mickey?
yeah. Because
They
in
removed that scene from because they didn't want to bother with all
you
that shit.
haven't finished Stone Ocean yet, but in Stone Ocean, the later half of the series just goes absolutely fucking insane because somebody has the broken stand ability to bring fiction to reality. And if you have any type of resonance with that character, meaning like you like that character, you fuck with them in any way, the character can kill you. So this dude, and it's global. It affects the whole fucking world. So this dude activates his stand ability, Bohemian Rhapsody, and brings a bunch of fairy tale niggas and shit to life. And obviously they have copyrighted characters like Mickey Mouse and Pinocchio. So they had to change it in the anime because obviously it's copyrighted. That's why people were saying, where the fuck is Mickey Mouse? Because he was in the actual manga. Mickey Mouse was a villain.
Is that not what was the guy from part 3 from Stardust? Fucking Oingo Boingo, that dude with the book, that wasn't his power too?
No, he He could tell the future. He didn't make fictional characters real.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, okay, I understand the difference.
Yeah.
So part 9, the JoJo lands.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I have no idea what it's gonna be about, but I'm ready for the journey of
Oh, it
Rock
ain't
Lee
even the
15.
manga hasn't even. So this is for the manga.
Oh yeah. This is for the manga.
Uh, okay. So 8 was what JoJo Lion. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then 7 was Steel Ball Run, the 100% undisputed best part in all of JoJo.
Well,
Everybody agrees that it's the best part.
well, that's great because Stone Ocean is what part 5,
Part 6.
part
Part
6.
6.
Yeah. So you know
So
what's
that
coming
means
next.
you get to enjoy peak fiction. Because not only is Stone Ocean the best part of JoJo, it might be no exaggeration. People like to exaggerate. This might be one of the best parts, one of the best manga series of all time.
Of Steel Ball Run.
Yeah, it's that good. Steel Ball Run is that good, yeah.
Oh, should I?
And it says nigga they ain't ready yet.
Nigga's a paraplegic ex jockey. I'm crying.
Oh, you talking about
This
Johnny, the
series is so
protagonist?
fucking stupid.
Yeah,
That's
shit
why
just
I
be going
love.
on. Yeah.
That's why I love I still remember I remember I was talking to my mom. She seen something and she heard. I think because I was watching one of the scenes with like FF or like the the tag and all of that shit. She
Hmm.
was like, "Oh my god, is that the show with the gay dudes that be posing?" I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, mom. I'm not gonna tell you no because it'd just be easier to tell you. Yeah.
No, you're she's 1,000% right. Even though they're not gay, but I mean, posing is gay apparently.
I mean, the poses are sus. Like,
They're model poses. That's how models be posing.
well, I'm here to tell you now, modeling is sus. You
I
heard it here
mean,
first.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Ain't no
I'm not
guessing.
going to dispute that. I'm not going to dispute it. You're right.
That's crazy, yo. You
That's what.
model, yo?
Whenever niggas call JoJo gay, I just say, yeah. What about it?
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I still enjoy the shit. But
You jacking that or no? Oh, you not jacking that? Okay, understandable.
no, not understandable. Homophobic, immediate cancel. Like a football play, offsides, homophobic,
On the
immediate
defense,
cancel.
he said 15-yard penalty. The play is under further review for ejection. You said, oh, what? Eject? They ejected me for that? That shit,
Yeah,
they go
man.
in the booth, they looking there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, real quick. Potter Khaliid has been ejected from the pod. He said due to his homophobia. He said,
What?
what? I just said I didn't want to see Father Poochie posing like that.
To me, the posing is like one of the best parts. The pose is like imagine you just kill a nigga and you pose over his dead body. That's like emoting in a video game. You kill a nigga and you immediately strike the fucking the Gucci pose where you got your arms. Yeah, that if that don't resonate with you, I don't know what will. Honestly, you just killed a nigga in cold blood and then emoted on his dead body. Like, come on now, get with it. Get with the program. Hello. Why did it just go quiet?
You, you, you,
You
you,
hear me?
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. I don't know what just happened.
It just went silent for like a minute.
Yeah, no, that was weird. But I was gonna say before we move on, I actually don't know what that was about. But before we move on, Alice in Borderland came out, second season. From what I've heard, I think this is the last season. Maybe that's what I'm hearing. I saw someone who finished it already, and I was just like, okay, you people are insane a little bit.
It it just came out.
It just came out. It's probably like 8 episodes. You just smoked those, but that's
It's
cool.
so this is gonna be the last season, really.
Mm, I don't know if that would like. I think it was speculative because like they were saying like it seems like for all intents and purposes there couldn't be another season after this, but they didn't say with like a level of certainty that
100%.
yeah, like what they didn't say with a level of certainty that made me confident in saying that okay, this will be it. But I didn't even watch the trailer for it either. Like season 2,
I
I have
have
no
either. I
clue.
have no idea. I'm going in completely blind.
So that's one thing I do appreciate. Like I'm not at all that hold on, let me see season 2 and okay, I'm trying to see if there'll be another one without spoiling it for myself. Will there be a season 3? Blah, blah, blah. It's based on a wait, is this based on a manga? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Based and Wonderland is definitely based on that.
I'm about to
Or
just get this weekly Shonen Sunday shit and just read all the mangas they got in that bitch every time, like, cause it's just.
yeah, I've been telling you to start reading manga for a minute. We've been waiting on Doro Hidoro season 2 for 2 years now.
Mm,
I finished the manga 2 years ago. It's a good
mhm.
story. You need to read it because I don't think at this point I don't think it's coming back. I don't think it got renewed. Honestly, sadly.
So basically, they're saying season 2 of Alice in Borderland covers the second half of the original manga. So, and for all intents and purposes, that is actually it. But there's spin-offs that they're planning. So I don't
Ah,
know.
okay.
It'll be like their creative shit that they'll have to get into. Um, but I actually gotta like I don't fully remember this show. To be honest, Allison. Okay, no, I remember. I remember. I remember. I remember. There was another show. Was it? I think I'm thinking of
It was a
something.
show with the gorillas that was pulling up, beating niggas down.
Hellbound. That was the one I was
Hellbound.
thinking of. Yeah.
Where is Hellbound season
Yo.
2? I need because
Yo.
that left off on a crazy
Yo. Listen.
cliffhanger.
Listen. Listen. Where the fuck is Hellbound season 2?
Yeah, no,
Like
I need
seriously.
that,
Like
yo, injected into
seriously.
my veins because that shit, that shit ended
Where
on
is
a
it?
crazy cliffhanger.
Yeah, I thought that cliffhanger was insane because I was just like, oh, okay, gotcha. Heard you. They did the announcement in September. They
Oh, so
confirmed
it is
season
coming back.
2.
It's
Yeah, no,
nice.
they confirmed
Oh,
season. I
thank
remember
God.
hearing that though. I remember hearing the
I didn't hear
confirmation.
that. I didn't know. Okay, thank
I'm
God.
just, do they have a release date? This is from December, so hopefully it's a little bit more updated. First premiere on September. They confirmed the second season. So, release date. Okay, they didn't reveal much about the upcoming season. Episode numbers haven't been expected. Upcoming, yeah, okay. So nothing. We don't know nothing yet. But this
Yeah.
should be tough. I like this. I really like this a lot. This was pretty hard. Um, apparently this is based off like a webtoon.
Is it? Ah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It'd be interesting. But yeah, that one was a really one that I liked because I definitely liked the elements, like how they treated like religion in there, and because I a lot of it is that honestly, like a lot of you see a lot of parallels between like that and how people use religion now. It's just like it's
Yeah,
amazing to me how religion is this healing force for so many people and this and that, and then let you motherfuckers tell it. This shit is just a way to get niggas whacked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
literally.
like it's fire, it's brimstone, it's I forgot what they call them. I think it's literally like fire and brimstone preachers, where it's just like niggas are just literally like giving sermons like,
All it's
oh
just doom and gloom. It's all about
yeah, the
going to
torments
hell.
of hell and da 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 this and that. I'm like, bro, damn, can you talk about it? It's like to me, I treat preachers who do that the same way I treat like those men's advocates niggas, and their whole page just be cooking women. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just like, bro, you trying to lead me to God, and your whole bag is just do this and you'll burn. Do this and you'll be tormented. Do this and you'll be tortured. It's like, bro, okay. Well, what should I do, nigga? Damn. You
Listen to
give me
me and give me money. Obviously, nigga.
I'm
Fuck, you
sorry.
stupid.
I,
Fuck.
I apologize. That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah, you stupid, bro.
You go to the
Listen, bro.
sideline, do your 10 push-ups. That's on me. My bad. My fault. Um, but yeah, no. So that one was silly. What else we got? I guess we could do NFL. We could do NFL, close it out with NFL and fantasy. I think We both lost this week, if I'm not mistaken. I know I lost, so let me speak for myself. I lost. Did we both lose this week?
I didn't even play last week because I didn't make the playoffs
Oh,
and I
never
had a
mind. You're in
bye week.
consolation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I knew there was a game, but okay. So your game is still this week. You look like you're going to win. I look like
yeah.
I don't know. I'm in a tough fight for
You're
fifth
going
place.
against Reef, right?
Yeah, I'm in a tough fight for fifth
Oh
place. Like,
man,
why
yeah.
am I fighting the 3 seed for the fifth place game?
Well, I mean, he lost fucking Jalen Hurts, so you might have
He
decent
lost Jalen Hurts
opportunity here.
last. Oh no, he did. That's right. Jalen Hurts is
Yeah, so
playing next
you
week.
might be in some good shape, honestly.
Maybe so. Maybe so. That was his one of his guys. Absolutely one of his fucking guys. I mean, shit. When you got a potential MVP, no, he's season rank 1. He's the guy. Fuck one of the guys. Sorry,
Jalen Hurts is one. That's crazy.
he is season rank 1,
It
brother.
was Josh Allen. It's hilarious. He
Mm-hmm.
took that shit
Yeah,
from him.
he is season rank wizard. He got Tyler Boyd as his wide receiver too. He's not feeling
He
so
had to
good.
pick him up because who was his wide receiver too? Did he get injured? What happened?
He had Cam Sutton, but he's been ass for a while. I
Oh
don't I
yeah,
don't know who he had before that.
I think he always had Cam Sutton, like
He
from the
always had
beginning
Cam
of the
Sutton, but
season.
I think he had somebody else. But yeah, no, man. I'm out of here. It was a valiant effort. My brother's still in the playoffs. He's projected for 160 this week, so he could make the finals. He absolutely could make the finals. His team looks good enough, solid enough to do it. He's got some really funny guys on his roster though.
About last week because last week I put up like 160 points. I would have literally beat I think everybody that
Yeah,
played
pretty
this
much
week.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I wasn't in the playoffs last week, so
Yeah.
fuck me.
Yeah, my team put up like 109 last week, so
Yeah, I was watching you. Yeah, you got cooked,
yeah, I
unfortunately.
got cooked. Yeah, and I didn't pick Zay Jones. I was sick. Zay Jones wouldn't have saved me anyway. I lost by like 40. So
At this point, why aren't you picking Zay Jones? Honestly,
I did, bro. I didn't believe that shit. I
you
really
didn't
didn't.
believe the multiple weeks of 30s he put up.
I didn't. I wholeheartedly did not. I hate to break it to y'all. I didn't.
He's
Again, it
he's
still
wide
wouldn't have
receiver
mattered.
one, not Christian Kirk. It's him.
It still wouldn't have mattered because Fryermuth gave me 0 and I lost
Yeah,
by 40
that's
something. Like,
crazy.
and the
Why
guy I
did
would have replaced him
Primus give
with
you
gave
0?
me 15. So like
Oh,
39 minus 15 is what, 24. I would have had 24 extra points and I lost by 40. I would have lost.
yeah.
Period. I was just fried. But
Yeah, he was down bad regardless. But why did Fry move? Like, was he not targeted? Like,
he
what was
didn't
the
he
issue?
got one target. No catches. I don't know. I can't explain certain things. There's things that I can't explain. They won
I
that
don't.
game too, by the way.
I don't
There's
think
just
the
certain things I
coaches can
can't
explain
explain.
certain things either.
Things I can't explain. Other things that I cannot explain are how the Minnesota Vikings came back from a 33-0 lead this week.
Nigga,
Last week, I guess.
nobody on God's green earth besides the Vikings themselves can explain that.
Greatest comeback, or literally the biggest comeback in NFL history. I wouldn't say greatest. I'd probably say the Patriots in Super Bowl would be greatest.
Well, yeah, because they won the Super Bowl off
Yeah,
of it.
because you won the Super Bowl off of that. But definitely the biggest, like the actual gap,
Number
33
wise,
points. Honestly, I remember watching the game and I looked down, I'm like, okay, we're down 17-0. Sounds like the Vikings. Look again, 23-0. Okay. Now turn the game off at that point. I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, maybe it'll
we're
go into
done.
halftime
Yeah.
23-10 or some shit. I don't know. It was 33-0, and I was like, okay, all right, all right.
What are y'all doing?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
for
Like
real,
at this point, I'm
what are
just like, I
y'all
don't
on?
even care. Who gives a shit? And I remember I didn't turn it back on. I think it was like 2 touchdowns in, so it was like 15, like 33 maybe, and I was just like, they're not gonna do this, are they? Like they're not gonna. Like if they did, it would be something the Vikings would do. So I'm not shocked, but they're not gonna do this, are they? And to me, I always like I just felt like the Colts should have never been up 33 on us. Like that was like I don't care what happened. I watched what happened. There's just no world where the Colts score 33 points. That's un that is not P. that is
They're
that
not
is
bootstrapped.
not P. I'm not jacking that at all. Like that is not P. Like, and I just remember thinking, like, bro, the Colts shouldn't have 33. Like, I can understand y'all be down 17-0. I don't mind that. There's no reason the Colts have 33. None. You are doing this. Stop it. Get it together. and try to fucking muster something from this game. I figured the game was over, but I figured they'd muster something and like, all right, well, maybe we'll lose 36-20 something. And no, none of the boys came all the way back, and I just kept thinking to myself like, all right, well, not gonna get my hopes up. I watched enough Vikings games to know that they're gonna come all the way back and blow this lead anyway, or blow the comeback anyway. And to my surprise, they did not. They did exactly what they needed to do. Kirk Cousins threw for 403 touchdowns in the second half. In the second half,
That's
just to clarify. And I think he secured a Pro Bowl spot with that game. That game alone.
Put that chain on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
that was Kirk Cousins. That
was Perk Cousins for sure.
Yeah,
like, that was perky, yo. Like, yeah, so that game was wild. 49ers, Seahawks, we do not care, folks. Ravens, Browns, the Browns look terrible. Deshaun Watson looks despicably bad.
He deserves it.
And, I mean, he deserves it. He just looks bad. I'm just like, dog, maybe it's gonna take you a little. Maybe you gotta grow on y'all. I don't know. But like, you just don't look good. Bills, Dolphins, another great game. We've had some really good games this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was a snow game. Towards the end, but that was a good game. Bills eked it out. I am not as confident in the Bills as some other people are. I don't think the Bills are that team. I really don't think they're that team.
I think they are.
I think they can be, but I think when push comes to shove,
what do you think they're missing?
I think they're missing offensive consistency. And I think ultimately speaking, you are in the AFC. You have to play Pat Mahomes. Without offensive consistency against Pat Mahomes, you're going to lose. It's just that simple. Like, your defense can play well, they can get a few stops, but if your offense can't consistently, not even necessarily consistently produce touchdowns, if your offense just can consistently move the ball, and so at least if you win the field position, like if you can't do that on a consistent basis against Pat Mahomes, I just don't see you making it. And truth be told, I don't think there's another team in the AFC that's really going to give them fits like that. I think that the Dolphins could give them a tough out. I definitely think that. But other than the Dolphins and the Chiefs, who the fuck else is the AFC do I truthfully trust to give the Bills hell? Nobody. Fucking nobody.
Literally.
I'm looking. There's nobody here. Like, a lot of funny enough, this year, a lot of the good teams are in the NFC. Like the Chargers, maybe divisional game, but the Chiefs always give it to the Chargers. So the Bengals are one, but I don't trust that Bengals O-line to hold up offensive consistency. You see what I'm saying? It's the same problem. And the Chiefs are the same way. Don't get it twisted. The Chiefs haven't been consistent, but the Chiefs have shown me when push comes to shove, they can usually overcome. Because they did it against the Texans. They ran up the score on them early and then just said, all right, let them get back in the game.
But let them get back in the game.
Coach, we up 21-0. Why would let them get back in the game? That's cool, yo. We'll just win this 30-24. Like, what do we like? Why? Like, so like no team looks thorough to me. I mean, the Eagles are one of the few teams that I'd say looks like the best team. But then when you see shit like the game against the Bears, where they struggled against the Bears because for some silly fucking reason they decide not to run the ball against a team that is ranked 27th in run defense.
Coaching, honestly.
It comes down to coaching. I can't wrap my head around a team being that bad in run defense. They're in the bottom 5 of the league. Like, the other teams that are down there are like, well, first off, the Bears are 3-11, so it's not like they're a good team. But like the other teams that are that bad are the Texans, 1-12. They're the Lions, who are somehow 7-7. Like, it's a lot of teams.
What do you mean by somehow, my boy? The Lions like that. Get it straight.
So I'm gonna get to that. I promise you, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna put a little respect on the lines. I promise you.
Yeah, you do that.
I promise you I will. But before that, I gotta shit on the NFC South, which is the Saints, the Falcons, the Saints, Falcons, Tampa Bay, and Panthers. That division is horrible. Yeah, take every one of those teams off TV. Take all of them off the TV. I was talking about the Broncos earlier this year. I apologize to Bronco Nation. Let's ride. Take these niggas, all 4 of them off TV, please. Please, I don't want Dennis Allen, the coach of the Saints. I'm here to tell y'all right now, that man is a conniver, yo. He should never be allowed to coach another team. He is tanking. And if he's not tanking, he truthfully should never be allowed to coach another team. But I believe he's tanking, and I believe it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, I don't want to watch the Saints play football at all anymore this year. Don't want to watch it. Steelers beat the Panthers. Panthers not a good team, but they'll figure something out. Hopefully, maybe. Eagles beat
Will
the
they?
Bears barely. No, they probably won't. But they're in that same division, so they probably won't. Eagles beat the Bears barely again in a game where Jalen Hurts was your leading rusher. Like it's just like, dog, this is not how you do it. I'm not saying you can't win like this. This is just not how you do it consistently. Chiefs cooked the Texans, somehow let them back in the game, 1-6. Cowboys lost to the Jags. Jags are another team. The Jaguars might slide into the playoffs. They might do it. They're 6-8
See
currently,
it. I can
but
definitely see it.
I think it's what AFC South is the division that they're in. No one in that division is good. It's them, the Texans. The Texans are 1-12, so don't even count them. It's them, the
What?
Colts, and the Titans. Titans are let me look. Titans are 7-7. And the Jaguars are 6-8. And the Jaguars play the Titans before the season's over. So you get what I'm saying? Like there's a chance that it might come down to the last week and that division gets decided by whoever wins the last game. Like, and I think the Jaguars, I would say they deserve it a little bit more over the Texans or over the Titans. The Titans don't look good this year. The Cowboys lost another one, and the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Like,
Yeah.
I hate the Cowboys are the Cowboys. They're regulars. The Cowboys are James Harden. Phenomenal regular season guys. Phenomenal. I mean, the Cowboys, the regular season every year. This is the year.
It's crazy. The
This is the
Cowboys have
one.
been like this for as long. It doesn't matter who's
For
on
like
their
a decade.
team, who's
Tony
playing. It's been
Romo,
them.
Dez Bryant. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. That's
DeMarco
just them.
Murray. You got the O line with a 1,600-yard rusher. Guess what? You win one playoff game, then go home.
It's
Promise
Jerry
you.
Jones, bro. It's got to be because how do you have all these dynamic players yet every season y'all do the same exact fucking thing?
Yeah,
It's Jerry Jones.
choke when it matters most. I don't think it's Jerry Jones, but I'm
No,
very
I'm gonna blame it on Jerry Jones because
yeah.
fuck that
Back,
nigga.
like
Yeah,
not to
it's
renege on
definitely
my earlier
blaming.
point, but I'm willing to lie on people I don't like.
Yeah, see,
I'm willing to lie on Jerry Jones and say it's
see,
them. No, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. But it's probably coaching. No, Jerry. It's Jerry.
who picks the coaching?
He said, yeah, but no,
The
it's Jerry.
GM. Who picks the GM?
He said, Jerry picked him, but no. So I honestly, the Lions and Jets played. Lions beat the Jets. I thought the Jets would make the playoffs, and I thought they'd be a little bit of a team to reckon with. But this whole Zach Wilson situation has sort of tanked their whole season, and you hate to see it, truthfully, because
Yeah,
I
hate
don't
to
like
see this
Jets
kind of
fans
thing.
at all. I don't like any. I really don't like. There's like one person that I know that's a Jets fan that I'm like, all right, cool. Rest of y'all, yeah, go to hell. But I thought they'd do it. Their defense was good enough. Their run game was solid. They had a little bit of explosiveness. Zach Wilson, there's something wrong with this kid because he's not a terrible
Something wrong.
he's not a terrible quarterback. He's really not. Like people are already like, yo, he's ass, he's trash, he's garbage. He just can't. He doesn't have the field vision. It's mental. Whatever his problem is, it's mental. He's got everything I've seen.
He
I've
got
seen everything.
anxiety.
Listen, but physically speaking, I've seen everything I need to see from him. He's got that. His issue is fully mental, and I just think the way that the Jets have kind of gone about this, like, I respect it, but at the same time, I just think he's fragile mentally, and I don't think this has been beneficial to him. Now, granted, it's what the team should have done because when you get a guy who you don't score an offensive touchdown in a game, and then you sit up here and tell me why? No, I don't think it's our fault. No, what do you mean? Well, why would the offense take any blame? Because y'all didn't score a touch. You got one field goal all game.
That doesn't make any sense.
You got into field goal
you.
range one time in an entire NFL game. And then you threw the pick that made us lose. Nigga, it's your fault. It's your fault. It has to be. Who else's fault could it be?
Send that nigga to therapy, bro. He needs something. He
Bro,
needs
yeah.
some milk.
Yeah, that nigga need a mentor or something, bro. Like
I'm telling you, it's anxiety. He gets out there on that field and he cracks under the pressure. Because like you said, he's not everything physically. He just mentally he's not there.
I wouldn't be shocked, man. I would not be shocked. One thing I will say is apparently they're reading the verdict very soon in this Megan and Tory Lanez case. So the verdict has been reached as of a second ago. That's insane.
A second ago.
45 seconds. Sorry. So they just reached a verdict. So we'll get back to that if we need to at the end of this whole thing. Well, if we need to, it'll probably
Wait, it's been reached, but they didn't announce it yet.
Yeah, they didn't announce it yet. No. So that's that. What else? But just put some respect on the Lions' name.
Yes, sir.
Dare I say I saw this coming? As much as I love to hate on the Lions, it's just fun. I just need people to understand.
You want to know?
I'm contradicting my point again. I don't like the Lions, and I've been lying on them. The Lions are not a bad team. They're just not a great team. And I've just been lying and pretending like they're garbage, but they're not. It's just fun to say that they're garbage.
It's fun to rely on the old Lions.
They're usually garbage, but they're not garbage this year.
I tell you, this new coach, niggas are talking shit when the new coach when he cried. But nah, he passionate. Yeah. That's why he was crying.
I remember like when he got, I think it was before he got hired or something. There was a press conference he did where he talked about I'll admit he was talking in a very strange manner about like players. It was, I can't even remember truthfully fully what it was. Like I'd have to look it up. Dan Campbell press conference. What would I even say? What would I even look? It was a press conference where he was just bugging out. He was just talking like, yo, like, I want my players to like, this is war. And like, we're battling against combatants. And then this and the niggas was like, okay, all right, bro. This like your team's 2-14. This is not enough. Like you're inheriting a 2-14 team. You can come in here with just
more. Inherited, but he gonna come in there and change the shit up. You know, like the way he did. They went from 2-14 to 7-7.
Listen. What I will say is the Lions had a great draft. I liked the draft between Aiden Hutchinson, Jameson Williams, and some of the other guys they got. I thoroughly enjoyed their draft. So I felt like they had a good draft. I felt like a lot of teams, the Jets had a good draft. Like a lot of the teams that had good drafts last year are doing a little bit better than they should be this year. Yeah. Right? Like you're seeing that. Like you're seeing certain teams where it's just like, okay, well, you had a solid draft. I can see why you're doing a little bit better. Like the Lions and the Jets are two examples of that. They're both 7-7, and truth be told, I don't think anyone pegged neither of these teams to win potentially 9 games. Nobody pegged either of these teams to win 9 games. Niggas are looking at the Jets like, all right, I can see y'all getting 6. I can see that. 6-11. I can see that. So yeah, shout out to the Lions, man. Y'all still ain't shit. Y'all never win the NFC North, but it's cool. It's cool. I did. Y'all 7-7, baby. 500 gang. Grrr. Yo, if your team not 500 or above, yo, stop talking, please. I beg of you. Let's see. Cardinals and Broncos, bro. I'm not even about to do this. Like, no, I will do this only because
Cardinals without Kyler Murray versus
and the Broncos without Russ. Yeah, like somehow, some way, the Broncos look better without Russ and with Brett Ripien playing.
I don't ever say that name to me again.
Now, mind you, I know who Brett Ripien is, and that's why it's just like, bro, this is a scary league we play in. This is a scary league that niggas play in. That Brett Ripien looks better than a fucking no. What else? Titans, Chargers eke out a win. Bengals, Buccaneers. The Bengals put it to the Bucks. Giants, Commanders. Giants won that game in a game that was okay. I'll get back to that game in a second because that game was fishy. Packers beat the Rams.
That's the game where the nigga the ref
with the ref. Yeah. We'll get back to that game. That game was fishy. Patriots, Raiders. We gotta talk about this. Yeah, we have got to talk about it. This is I absolutely the silliest ending to an NFL game I've ever seen.
I think dare I say that nigga need to get put out the league.
I can't.
That was some. I know he cracked under the pressure. He panicked and he panicked. He looked for an open nigga.
He tried to be a hero. That's what he said himself.
But you threw it to the smallest nigga on the field 30 yards backwards.
Now, in his defense, I did not see that guy. He didn't either.
Well, yeah, I'm not even talking about the nigga that picked it. I'm just talking about you threw it 30 yards backwards to Mac Jones. Fuck the guy. Yeah, the guy.
I think he was throwing that backward to Mac Jones because he thought to himself, Mac Jones is the only guy who can still make a forward pass. So if I throw it all the way back to him and somehow he's open, like somebody can run a route and maybe get open in the end zone or something. and we can just try like a Hail Mary. But I just think if that's what, first off, why did y'all run a draw up the middle and not take a fucking a shot at the end zone? But then they mentioned it, and Bill Belichick said, "Well, I don't think Mac Jones has the arm for that," and da da da. And I'm like, "Well, do you have a backup quarterback? Does he have the arm for that?"
I
Because
think they do. They do,
it
right?
was 24-24 with like 7 seconds left or some shit, right? Like it wasn't that much time left in the
If
game. So,
anything, y'all could have just went into overtime, but
well, yeah,
y'all
y'all could have just
had
kneeled the
to
ball.
try.
I
Yeah.
don't mind y'all taking one shot, but don't ever take that shot with. Well, see, I can't get mad at the play caller. I can't get mad at the coach because the coach did you ran a draw, you got 20 yards, and in a normal fucking world, he just gets tackled and you go to overtime. You know what I'm saying? And it's just 20 yards added to his stat total. That's just how this ends normally. Now he pitches it, and I don't mind Ramondre Stevenson pitching it. I don't even mind Jacoby Myers. I don't mind y'all going for a touchdown in regulation, like in terms of like the lateral game, da da da. I just don't. I just don't know what you were thinking. I really don't, and this is bad. It looks terrible because Jacoby Myers. I think he's a solid guy. I think he's a solid player.
100%, yeah.
It's a shame because this looks horrible. Like this doesn't just look bad; it looks fucking terrible. And not just that. If we back up before this play, the drive before this, Kiel and Khaalid was out of bounds, and they counted it that touchdown.
Oh yeah, if that hadn't happened, then it wouldn't even be the
We
same
wouldn't even
situation.
need this, right? Like we need to talk about that. That touchdown was bullshit. That touchdown was fucking bullshit. Like I'm sorry, I hate this. Like worse than what happened in the Commanders game, because at least now that time has passed and like I've seen enough. Like I think that was bullshit too, but it was a different type of bullshit, and it wasn't what this was. This was bullshit. He was out of bounds. His foot was
100%.
out of bounds. I just don't understand how that doesn't, like, the ruling on the field stand because they called it a touchdown. I saw enough to overturn it. Maybe they didn't. It is what it is. I think that shit was absolute bullshit. There's no fucking way in the world that wasn't enough to me. So I don't know. I think that's fucking goof. That's some goofy shit, but it is what it is. So yeah, I mean this is just a horrible way to lose a game. I just remember watching
Yeah.
this like, bro, it ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. Like he's gonna get tight. Like Mac Jones has got to make that. Not the tackle. You've got to grab onto his leg and hang on for dear life. That
Yeah,
should.
the nigga got dribbled. He got his head pushed into the ground, and that was
Yeah,
it.
like
It
bro,
was
like
over.
I never understood niggas getting stiff armed and not being able to grab onto a leg though. Like I just, especially when it's a defensive player, so he not even sure how to run with the ball in his hand. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I guess him not knowing how to run with the ball and you not knowing how to tackle, it's worse for one of y'all. And I'll give you a hint: it wasn't him. So it is what it is. I think the Raiders are a terrible team. I would argue that the Raiders are one of the worst teams in the league. I don't care what the record says.
Ain't nothing to argue. They are.
I'm
Did
willing
you
to
see
argue
the
that
loss they had to Baker Mayfield? I mean,
the Texans are an even match for the Raiders. I don't care if the Texans are 1-12. I don't care. I'm willing to argue they're an
not
even
that the
match.
Raiders be winning. It's just that other teams they go against be losing. That's literally
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. It really is. It really is.
That's like when a sports commentator asked the question, "So,
Did
did you
y'all
guys
win?
win tonight?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
did you
hate
guys
that
lose
shit.
tonight, or did they win?" I know what you mean by that, but don't ask me no shit after a loss like that.
Don't ask me no dumb shit like that, Brody.
I know exactly what you fucking mean, but I just fucking lost. So what the fuck do you think?
Yeah, like these guys, they beat the Broncos earlier this season. They lost to the Chiefs. They lost to any good team they played.
Of course they lose to the good teams,
They got
obviously.
blown out by the Saints. And mind you, these are the same doo-doo Saints that look terrible now. They lost to the
That
Jags.
don't use Alvin Kamara for anything. They don't
For
wipe
nothing.
their nose with
They
the
don't even
nigga.
use Taysom Hill, bro. Like they don't do anything. They're throwing. I wholeheartedly
They
believe
have
like
to be,
the
because
whole
like,
shit with Brian Flores when it came out that he was being paid to throw. Like Dennis Allen is being paid to throw games.
oh yeah.
1,000,000%, bro. I'm willing to go out on a limb, bro. This is you can't convince me a man is the coach of a football team and is this incompetent. You can't convince me. This is intentional.
You have literally one of the best running backs in the league, and you never use him.
You got weapons. You got Jameis on your bench who you have not allowed to come back. Like, no, I don't believe you. I do
What
not believe you.
is why is Jameis on the bench? Why are they using Andy Dalton over
Don't know.
Jameis Winston?
Not well. I mean, I know part of it. Jameis is just he's fucking Brett Favre. He's willing to sling it, which could be a problem. But I don't care.
Nah, I love that.
Let
I
him sling
love
it.
niggas
Yeah, let him
slinging that
sling
shit.
it. That's
Let him
why you
sling
brought
it.
him in. Don't bring a guy
Yeah,
in to sling
exactly.
it
That was the
and then
whole
get
point.
mad at him for slinging it.
The
Like,
whole reason you got him, and then you don't use him. Like, what are y'all thinking?
like, bro, don't bring a nigga in to sling it and then you're mad at him for slinging it. Like, that's insane. Okay, verdict came in. The verdict came in.
Oh, nice.
Tory Lanez has been found guilty on all 3 charges.
Damn. Damn.
He said, "Damn, damn,
Hit that little Uzi bird. Now, damn.
whoa." This ain't what you want. This ain't what you
Why does that song fit perfectly with this? This is not what you want at
He said,
all.
boo, 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 boo.
Is he serving jail time here, or is he going back to Canada to serve jail time?
I think he'll serve it here. Because I was actually asking my girl the same thing about it. Like, because I know he's getting deported or allegedly going to get deported.
Yeah, I want that nigga in the U.S. prison system. Yeah, fuck Canada. I want that nigga. I want that nigga in the trenches, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. I mean, and listen, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure this won't move the niggas who it won't move, but
Oh yeah, niggas, you know they're just gonna keep moving the goalposts. Oh, this is a faulty trial. They no, they're just trying to shit on another black man. This is no, there's no way he really did that.
But you know what kills me though? Like what actually kills me though is like when niggas pick and choose when the court system is real and when it's not.
Oh yeah,
Like
you know
that's
niggas pick
actually one of the
favorites.
things that is insane to me. This woman tweeted a tweet at 6:30 and it has 143,000 views. That is 2 minutes ago.
What was the tweet?
It was about the verdict.
Oh, okay.
143,000 views in 2 minutes. What a
That's
what a
fucking
website we're on,
nuts.
huh?
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm kind of glad they actually added views. It's gonna make comedy a lot funnier.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I just don't like where they like put quote tweets and the retweet. Like so it doesn't line up in a lot
Yeah,
of cases.
y'all
I'm just like,
didn't.
bro, like you
Yeah,
don't. Well, I know y'all didn't because y'all didn't have a choice. That goof told y'all how to do this. But okay, so before we wrap, let's just get to this Giants and Commanders game because boy was this a shit fest. First off, I won money on this game, so I'm not too mad, but I'm also very mad because because I should have won more money on this game because they absolutely first. Okay, let's go way back. Let's go way back.
I don't think I won
All
any
right,
money on that game. I
let's
think I
backtrack.
lost money.
The most Kayvon Thibodeau,
Oh,
defender for the D lineman for the Giants. Guy's the real deal. Guy's the real. I mean, he was touted as the real deal. He looked like every bit of the real deal, and up until this point, he's been he's been all right,
close to
but
the
he
real
hasn't
deal.
been insane. But he wilded out against the Commanders, so that was a great game for him. And I mean, I think he's gonna continue to show that he's really like that. Like, I mean, this year he's got 3 sacks. It's not a ton, but
How
it's
does
just
he
he's
play
just
every game?
he missed the Eagles game
That
and the
nigga's
Panthers game and the Titans game. So he's played 12 games. So I mean, granted, that's not like one thing I will say though is like, and this is not to compare him to this person, but like Jadeveon Clowney is the perfect example of a guy who like his like when you look at
Davian
his
Clowney.
yeah,
Having the
insane
last
name.
name as Clowney is hilarious.
Jadeveon is also an insane name with Clowney, but
Davian Clowney.
Jadeveon Clowney is a guy who, like, regularly year after year, his stats would never show his true impact. Like, you look at his stats and be like, okay, 7 sacks, some tackles. That's it. Y'all paying this guy top dollar, and then you look at it like, all right, double team percentage, second in the league. You look at like pressure rate percentage, first in the league, behind like in front of Aaron Donald, and they're like, oh, okay. So basically, long story short,
Front of
you
Aaron
don't get the
Donald is
sack,
crazy.
but you get in the pocket, you flush a guy out of the pocket, and someone
You
else
make
gets
it possible to get
yeah,
the
you make it possible for one of your
yeah.
teammates to get the sack. Like, so pretty much playing on a team with you is beneficial. You'll never get those numbers because you just don't get to the quarterback, but someone does.
Yeah, I like that. That's
So
pretty
like
cool.
I don't like. I'd be interested to see what the Giants' defensive stats are, like in terms of like sacks and tackles for loss and all that shit. Um, this is what I was looking for. That's not what I was looking for. Thank you. But yeah, no. So it's one of those things where like it's just yeah, he's the real deal. But this game got really weird at the end. Really weird. There's the whole thing with Terry McLaurin where he gets to the line, he's off the line, he points at the ref, lets him know, hey, look, I'm declaring. I'm trying to let you declare that I'm on. Ref doesn't signal back to him, which is probably the first issue. And Terry McLaurin takes a step forward and then kind of looks at him again, like, yo, like just so we clear, I'm on, yo. I think the
You
problem
know,
here,
I saw that, and I've been seeing mixed opinions on this. And obviously, a
yeah,
lot of people know more about football than me. And people were saying that it's not the ref's job to make sure that you're,
right.
lined up properly. So, like, I couldn't form a proper opinion on this because I don't know, honestly.
And it's not the ref's job to line you up, right? That part is true. One thing I will say though is typically what happens is the refs. I wouldn't say it's like the honor system, but what happens is a receiver will line up. They'll look at the ref like, "Yo, look, I'm reporting as on, like
Right.
I'm on." So even if I'm off the line of scrimmage, I'm telling you I'm supposed to be on. You get what I'm saying? So like, and that's what happened in this scenario where it's like
Gotcha.
Terry
Gotcha.
McLaurin was significantly off the line, which makes this an illegal formation. But he's trying to declare to the ref, "Hey, look, bro, I'm supposed to be on. I'm good. I'm on." Now, ref don't say nothing. I imagine because the ref probably is like, "Well, shit, you don't look on." Like,
And
you don't
then
look on
let
to
the
me.
play go on, and then call it afterwards.
Right? No,
That
no.
is crazy.
Old boy was sitting there like he knew old boy wasn't on. That's one thing I will say is it looked like this ref was protecting his parlay. I'll tell you that much. But like in this, so this is a scenario where I wouldn't say the ref dicked him, but the ref absolutely did not help him. Like he
At
didn't
all. No.
screw you, but he sure as hell did not like. He knew what you wanted to do. He knew exactly what you were declaring, what you were trying to get to, and just didn't aid you in that at all. Whereas most of the time they will. So that's why I think it's a little bit fishy. It's not fishy because it's not like, well, he declared he was on, so he was on. No, you were off the line of scrimmage. I don't care what you declare, nigga. You're actually off the line.
But
So
it's
like,
just crazy that the ref looked at him and was like, well,
yeah. And then you can see Terry McLaurin even scoot up a little bit, but he also did it a little late. Like the motion's going, and you can see Terry McLaurin. You can kind of see he's worried about it because what happens is he scoots up a little bit after that. The play goes off, and the ref threw the flag, and he's immediately looking back at the left already. The ref already. So it's
yeah.
like I think even Terry kind of sort of knew, like, I know what I'm
As
declaring,
soon
but
as he saw the flag, he knew
I
it
think he
was
might
something.
have just known, like, fuck, I'm not actually on. I'm trying to get his, like, yo, I'm on. I'm supposed to be on. I'm supposed to be on. He looking like, oh, okay, I don't care what you're supposed to be, nigga. You're not actually on. Like, you're way off the line of scrimmage. Like, because the ref stands, I think, at the line of scrimmage. So, brother, if you are pointing at me and your arm ain't straight, you're not on. You're pointing forward at me or at a diagonal at me. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, if I'm on the line and you're supposed to be on, which means you're supposed to be on the line. Explain to me how you're pointing diagonally at me. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's just one of those things where it's just like, I do think the refs kind of screwed them because I think again the refs might have had a vested interest in the Giants getting this game, and I think it's nasty because at this point in the season, we're 14 games into a season. Like every single one of these games counts immensely. Like this
Yeah.
is just some shit that shouldn't happen, and I'm really mad about it because I
It
had a
shouldn't
Brian
happen at
Robinson.
all, but if it's gonna happen, it should
Yeah,
happen early season.
right, right. And I'm more mad about it because I had a Brian Robinson touchdown with a parlay, and he scored on that play. And I was pretty sick because I watched it and I was like, "Yo, let's go, another $35." And they called it back, didn't get that bread. So yeah, so that was that's all the games, right? That's all the games this week. Yeah, that's everything. That's everything, and that's about all I got, honestly. Um,
We could do the heinous. We could do what we talked about next week
we can
because
do
we didn't
what
get
we
it.
talked about next week. What does that mean?
Sex, obviously.
Huh?
No, just the the heinous foods that you would
Oh
get. Yeah.
yeah. But you know, I might make that shit now and get that going because I sure as hell will forget.
I'm not gonna forget.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't.
I never forget.
But all right, yeah, man. You got anything else?
Um, nah. Lock that nigga Tory under the jail. Also lock up Kelsey, Meg's friend. That bitch been lying from the get go. Lock her up too for everything that she's liable for. Perjury, whatever the fuck she got going on that she was lying about. Lock her up for that.
So lock her ass up.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
scared. Somebody was like, "Your black women turn into Kamala tonight."
Ah!
Sure is, nigga.
I'm turning to come on. Lock that black baboon. No, let me not.
it's it's been good. It's been a good time, y'all. Y'all be easy, man. Take it easy, everybody.
I thought